Welcome everyone to some more Genshin Impact. And today, I'll be doing the second part of the Summertime Scales and Tails event. And also, just like last time, I'm still a little bit under the weather because of seasonal allergies and all that. I've gotten much better than yesterday, but my throat still is kind of itchy, so I'll still be coughing a few times. But anyways, yeah, let's get started. So we have our second quest. I also have this, but we'll do it after we do this quest. And our objective is to wait until morning the next day. Okay, what is this? Okay, the description. They will descend upon the cliff of prophecy. Thus would the epics of later generations speak of this time. The heroes leaped light of foot o'er floral cliffs, trials and tribulations besting forthwith. By their arm they brought forth rain and dew, the dark clouds fled, and flowers grew. Comment in the margins. You forgot to mention how popular the Forest Tavern was. Comment below the comment. Wait, did all of you think the wine was good? I thought it tasted kind of weird. Comment. Okay. That might be because someone put something in your cup. The following words are scratched out. Okay. Okay, we'll enable focus mode. Because might as well. And we have to wait. Alright. So we'll have to wait here. There you go.
Morning. Guess everything that happened yesterday wasn't just a dream then. Well, it's time for our next fairy tale adventure. We should head to the station Grandpa Almond told us about.
Alright. And... oh, look, it extended. So over here we have to go. Okay, I'll teleport here and then we'll walk the rest of the way. Especially since there's, you know, no teleport there. Alright. I am not trying to get some... okay, I'm not doing too much exploration is what I'm trying to say. At the moment. We'll do it later, over the course of a few days. All the days I'll be streaming this, so... Also, we'll do some exploration after the current quest is done. Alright. Careful. Okay. Here we go. Just over here. Oh, teleporter. There we go. Oh.
Get up, said Jewel. Time to get to work, you lazy bones.
I can't remember how to call the train. Just let me sleep a little longer, then I'm sure I'll remember.
Don't try to pull one over on me, young man. Your fading disorder has been cured. I saw you chugging cup after cup of magic tonic in the tavern last night.
You must be mistaken, Grandpa Almond. That guy definitely wasn't me.
Oh, you remember my name now, do you? Then it seems like you're all better. You had no idea who I was when you were fading. Now, enough of your nonsense. Get up. The fairy and her friends are going to be here any second.
All right, I'm up. Maritime Express should be here soon.
That's more like it. Lie there any longer and you'll start gathering dust.
Is everything okay?
The hero, her pixie companion, and the forest fairy. I didn't know you were already here. Oh, merciful macadamias. I'm sorry you had to see that.
Oh, it's all right. Paimon knows the feeling. Who doesn't want to sleep in first thing in the morning?
Does the Maritime Express run out of Constellation Metropole?
Yes, each train needs a conductor to operate, and the conductors are always from the capital. The more difficult maneuvers are a little too complicated when you're made of paper.
Oh, so you mean the people of Constellation Metropole aren't origami animals like you?
Well, the city welcomes visitors from all over the world, so you're bound to run into some forest dwellers there. But yes, generally speaking, the residents of Constellation Metropole look quite different from us. You'll see for yourself soon enough. Here comes the train.
Oh.
Pleasure to meet you, everyone. My name is Will, and I'll be the conductor for your journey today. I'm assuming you're the ones who called the train.
Whoa, it's a little toy man!
Yes, we called the train. The hero and the forest fairy need a ride to Constellation Metropole.
The hero and the forest fairy, the ones from the prophecy. Oh, why didn't you say so earlier? We could have prepared a far more luxurious train. I'll just go back and get a better one.
That's okay, Mr. Wheel. We're trying to get to the city as fast as possible. We just need you to get us across the sea. In your capable hands, I'm sure we'll get there in no time.
Of course, my lady. It would be an honor. Well then, all aboard, sit anywhere you like. We'll get a stunning view of Simulanka no matter where you're seated.
Breakfast.
Did one of you just say something?
Not me.
Wasn't me either. Breakfast. Oh, come back. Sounds like the voice is coming from inside the train. Fish. Chicken drumsticks. Oh, gotcha.
What's Kirara doing here?
Oh. Oh. Eating her own tail, apparently. Oh my gosh.
Is she a friend of yours?
Oh, let Paimon introduce you. This is Kirara. She's... Oh, wait. Actually, maybe we should wake her up first.
So noisy. Is it morning already?
Oh my gosh, the cat pun. Get meowing.
Oh, morning. Huh? Huh? Traveler! Paimon! It's you? Which means... Oh, thank goodness. It was all a dream after all. Gotta hand it to my imagination. It all felt super real. There were these toy people, but they were alive and they could talk.
Ahem. Madam, sleeping overnight in the train car is prohibited.
It wasn't just a dream?
It's all right, Kirara. Apparently we're in a world called Simulanka. We got here yesterday, too.
Simulanka. So, that's what it's called. I spent all day yesterday wandering around this one city. The toy people called it Constellation Metropole. I was trying to find a way to get back home. I was seriously starting to think I had gotten on the bad side of some great yokai and gotten swallowed whole. Ah, I take it you're Inazuman then, Miss Kirara?
She sure is. But, Kirara here is kinda special. Let Paimon introduce you for real this time. Kirara is a Nekomata from Inazuma. She works as a courier for Komanie Express.
Ah, nice to meet you. I'm Nilu, a member of Zubair Theater. You can usually find us performing in Sumeru City's Grand Bazaar. Right now, though, I suppose I should introduce myself as the Fairy of the Forest of Blessings. Oh, you're Nilu! I've heard a lot about you from my deliveries in Sumeru. I even saw one of your performances back in the day. You're an amazing dancer. But, did you say you were a forest fairy?
Oh, yeah, that's her new identity here in Simulanka. Oh, speaking of new identities, looks like you got a new outfit yourself, Kirara!
Yeah, I know. It confused the heck out of me yesterday. I just woke up in a set of brand new clothes I'd never seen before.
That must mean you have a big part to play here, too!
Oh my gosh, the options. As a cat burglar? As a Nekomata in boots?
Is that a thing? I guess I am wearing a pair of boots, but still. Did you by any chance hear a voice speaking to you before you got here, Miss Kirara? A voice... Oh, yeah, I did hear something, but I was so freaked out my tails got all tangled, so I, didn't catch much of what was said.
Sorry for the interruption.
Oh.
But this, Nekomata friend of yours, she doesn't eat hamsters, does she?
Or frogs?
Oh.
Oh, no need to worry, little guys. I would never do something like that. Well, unless I'd been out in the wild too long without anything to eat. Oh, speaking of eating, I am getting a little hungry.
Oh no.
Where are your manners, everyone? This young lady is a trusted friend of our esteemed hero. Now, I know a fear of felines is etched into us with ink, but I'm certain Miss Nekomata in boots here means us no harm.
It sure looks like you're keeping your distance, though, Grandpa Almond.
Oh.
You all have nothing to fear, I promise. I met some origami animals in Constellation Metropole yesterday, and I even made sure to retract my claws so I didn't hurt them by accident. Plus, you all look just about as tasty as the cardboard boxes I deliver. Not that I tried to eat you even if you did look tasty. Promise.
Please excuse us, Mom. It's just an unconscious reaction.
Dear passengers, it's almost time for us to depart.
Oh, yeah, that. Whoops. This turned into a pretty long conversation, didn't it? All right, let's get on the train. You coming with us, Kirara?
Mm-hmm. I'll ride with you to the next stop. There's a place near the Metropole that caught my eye yesterday, so I want to go explore it today.
Then all that remains for me to say is, on behalf of the Forest of Blessings, thank you once again for all you've done for us. May the Goddess of Fate be with you and bless your journey, Madam Fairy, Miss Nekomata in boots, and our brave heroes. Please do visit us in the Forest of Blessings again, once peace has returned to this land.
We will. We'll definitely meet again.
Take care, Grandpa Almond.
And we officially start the next part. Alright. Alright. Connect the train carriages. Oh, I see. Okay. So, guessing we go inside. Oh, alright. Alright. Okay, we can't talk to them. Oh, wait. Oh. Talk to the conductor and prepare to depart. Let's go.
Bye!
Have a safe trip!
Wow, a train ride over the sea? What an incredible view!
Please keep your head and arms inside the train at all times. We don't want anyone falling into the sea.
Oh.
There's a train coming the other way too! Hey!
And now that the fading disorder is cured, I'm sure the forest will be a lively place again in no time. I gotta go explore that forest at some point. It looked so pretty from the train. I just hope they, won't be too scared of me.
We'll be arriving at our destination shortly. Please prepare to disembark. Here we are! Constellation Metropole is right over there. It's a short walk from here to the Gear Sky Ladder, which will take you right to Metropole Square. And thank you again for choosing Maritime Express.
Great! And thanks to you for a smooth and pleasant journey, Mr. Wheel. The train cars were comfortable and spacious, and I had a great night's sleep. I'll definitely be back.
As you wish, ma'am.
Where should we go next? Is that place you wanted to check out nearby?
Mm-hmm. I took a walk around yesterday, and it felt like there was something weird about it. So, I think I'll indulge my curiosity and go investigate. Want us to come with you? It's okay. You guys go ahead and visit the Metropole for now. Hopefully, that's where you'll be able to find out some more about this world. I pretty much explored the whole place from the rooftops yesterday, but for some reason, this is the place that caught my attention. You know what I mean, right? Like, when you get a stone stuck in your claw or something, it keeps nagging at you to dig it out, but you can't focus on anything else until you do.
Ew.
Don't worry, if you run into any trouble, I'll be there faster than you can say gold level courier of the Comania Express.
Okay, fair enough. We'll head to the Metropole then. Guess this is where we say bye for now.
Stay safe, Kirara.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry about me. Let's not forget, I'm a yokai.
Alright. Oh. She has a quest as well. But at the moment, we're not doing world quests. So, we'll have to do that later. Yeah, we'll have to do it later, unfortunately. Oh, look at that. Anyways. Yeah, so Kirara has something for us, but we'll do it later after we complete this main quest. Alright. Yeah, we're heading to, well, where the objective is telling us to go. Oh boy. Maybe this is it. No? Wait, did I forget something? There you go.
Is this an answer from this world?
Alright.
Help me! Somebody, please!
Over there! Somebody needs our help!
Oh. Oh no!
Help me! Help! Goddess of prophecy above, would you kind souls please help us?
What happened here? Why are you all suspended in midair?
I mean, being stuck in midair still beats falling to the ground and being smashed into a pile of blocks, but... I told him to be careful, but... No. Never mind. Now's not the time for that. My good friends, could I trouble you to turn the clockwork key over there? I'll explain everything in a bit.
Okay. This thing? Oh. Okay, let's see. Here's around. Okay. Okay. Return to the right track. Attack the device to rewind the scene. Okay, keep everything still for 2 seconds. And... okay. Alright. I know. Okay, I'm just skimming through this so I don't have to read the whole thing. Okay, as you view the ringed oracle pillar, the button will emerge. Okay. Okay, attack to reset. Oh, I think I get it.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
What happened there? It almost seemed like we turned back time.
I take it this is your first time witnessing the power of the Goddess of Prophecy, then? If so, I can see why you might think that. Basically, this is a gift bestowed upon Constellation Metropole by the Goddess of Prophecy, who rules over the natural course of all things. It helps those who have deviated from their proper path to get back on track.
Proper path? Do you mean everything that happens in the Metropole has been planned out since the very beginning?
Why are you saying that as if it's a bad thing?
You're not explaining it clearly. Here, allow me. Of course, all the residents of the Metropole have the freedom to live their own lives. For instance, whether I use olive oil or sesame oil in my morning skincare routine is entirely my choice. But whenever something disastrous is about to happen, like when I almost got turned into a pile of rubble just now, the goddess's magic will activate in the world around us.
So, in other words, it's kind of protection magic? To keep people alive?
You could say that. There are other situations in which it activates too, but that's basically correct.
Well, in any case, we're glad no one's hurt.
Are you heading to the Constellation Metropole?
Yep. Do you know where we can find the Gear Sky ladder?
Oh, it's just that platform up ahead. The one with the key sticking out.
That thing? Are you sure?
Yep, that's the one. Pretty much everything in the Metropole runs on tracks and gears. The Goddess of Prophecy watches over it all. Which is to say, all the tracks are fixed. If a machine is set up to move forwards, it'll never move in reverse.
This reminds Paimon a lot of Fontaine's clockwork toys.
You mean, like those music boxes with dancing figures? I think I've seen one or two from the merchants in Sumeru.
Yeah, exactly like that. Anyway, sounds like it's not gonna suddenly fall out of the sky, so Paimon's okay now. Should we get going?
Oh.
Is this an answer from this world?
Okay, we go out. We have quite a few things available to us. Yeah. As I said, we'll focus on completing this, and then we'll look at everything else. What is the thing? Oh, it's like... Okay, I get it. Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, more little things. Okay. Oh. Oh, we got the first reward. All right. Okay, let's continue. Okay. Okay. Attack it to make it move. Okay, when it's fully charged, it will stop moving. And it will also stop moving. The ladder. Okay. So, like, attack it, but not too many times. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh, angles. Oh.
Whoa, what a bustling city! This place is fit for a king!
Our next step is to get to the top of the Metropole and ask the Goddess of Prophecy for guidance. If there is a king in that castle, I sure hope he won't get mad at us for trespassing.
Oh.
Make way for the king!
Oh, darn, we jinxed it. Oh, no. Did he overhear us talking about us sneaking into his castle? Paimon hopes he's not mad.
Silence! The one who shall soon stand before you is the ruler of Constellation Metropole, the one who descended after a meteor shower, and the protector of order and all the stars in the sky.
That's a long list of titles.
I bid ye welcome, guests from afar.
Oh.
Long have I heard of your grand deeds. O fairy, who restored the lifeblood of the forest. O hero, who... huh?
Navia!
Our face, we're just like unamused.
Hold your foul tongue! How dare you utter Her Majesty's name?
Look at Traveler. Oh my goodness. Mercy, Your Majesty. Please forgive our transgression.
Nice one, partner. Spectacular improvisation skills. I'd expect no less from you. All right. You can relax now. Allow me to make some introductions. This is the Traveler and her trusty companion, Paimon.
You are personal friends with Her Majesty the King? Please, forgive our grievous mistake. We had no idea.
All right. The welcome ceremony is over. Everyone back to your stations. I will personally treat our guests to some royal hospitality.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Oh my gosh. We tried to... Your Majesty, we are most grateful for your...
Oh, come on. I've already sent them off. So, anyway, how did you guys get here?
We were gonna ask you the same thing! Also, how are you already king of this nation? And where did you get a crown? Oh, wait, don't say it! You just woke up like this, right?
Sounds like you've answered your own question. But before I woke up, I heard a voice say to me, "You are the king of Constellation Metropole. Now go forth and save your city."
A similar thing happened to me.
Oh, yeah, sorry. You must be the fairy of the Forest of Blessings, right?
Mm-hmm. This is Nilu, a friend that we made during our time in Sumeru.
Nice to meet you, Miss Nilu. I'm Navia, the president of Spina di Rosula. If you ever get the chance to go to Fontaine, make sure you come and visit me. I'm based in Poisson.
Seems like you're taking this all in stride. Aren't you nervous about getting stuck here and never being able to get back home?
Why would I be worried about that? We've faced much bigger problems than this before, and we always pull through. This should be a piece of cake. Besides, life's always full of surprises. You gotta learn to just enjoy it.
That sounds like a great outlook on life. You have a very optimistic spirit.
Thanks, I'll take that. Honestly, though, it also puts me at ease to find out that you guys are the fairy and heroes that I've been hearing about in this prophecy. We're kind of veterans at dealing with prophecies by now, aren't we?
About that, has anything bad happened in the Metropole? We heard about an evil dragon. Did it make a mess here too?
It sure did. Apparently, for whatever reason, he went for the stars above the city recently. Literally just flew up and started snatching them out of the sky. Luckily, the guards responded quickly and stopped the dragon from taking them back to his lair. Unfortunately, though, he dropped them before he flew off. Now they're scattered all around the Metropole. I've been out trying to retrieve them, but I only managed to get one of them before you showed up. Oh, I didn't ask yet. What brings you to the Metropole anyway?
Oh, Paimon can explain.
I see. So, you want to consult the Oracle of the Goddess of Prophecy.
Do you know how we can do that, Miss Navia?
Well, the goddess's statue is indeed at the top of the castle. I can take you up there. However, I've heard from the citizens here that the goddess hasn't given out any new revelations in a very long time.
Really? But Grandpa Almond told us that he received his prophecy from the goddess.
Oh, that's probably because the prophecy about the hero of Simulanka has been around for a very long time. But recently, people realized that the goddess didn't reveal anything about what's supposed to happen after peace has been restored.
Huh. Okay.
Still, can't hurt to try your luck. And maybe you can help me get rid of the invaders while we're at it.
Invaders? So the dragon's not your only problem?
Right. The forest isn't the only place where strange things have been happening to the residents. Have you come across the gift from the Goddess of Prophecy yet?
You mean the protection magic that stops them from coming to harm? We saw it in action.
Yep, that's the one. Over the past little while, this magic has been triggering far more frequently. We don't know if it's simply because the Metropole has grown a lot more dangerous, or if there's a deeper reason behind it. Some residents find themselves getting stuck in a place and unable to move. Others start repeating the same thing over and over again, like they're trapped in some kind of loop.
If we were to use clockwork toys as an analogy, could it be that the tracks have eroded, or the gears have slid out of place?
That's exactly right, Nilu. That's basically what's happening. Anyway, some of the monsters outside the city saw this as an opportunity to launch an invasion.
But we didn't see a single monster on our way here.
That's because I already took care of most of them over the past couple of days. Of the remaining few, we trap some of them inside the castle and chase the rest back out of the city.
Okay, so to summarize, not only has the magic here gotten all messed up, but the dragons also knocked some of the stars out of the sky, plus there's a bunch of monsters in the city. Sounds like there's a lot more to fix here than in the Forest of Blessings.
Well, defeating the dragon and the monsters should be straightforward enough. But how do we fix the magic?
Supposedly, the goddess has had it all planned out for ages. One of her oldest prophecies says this: "Go and push the gear that connects up to the starry sky. When that time comes, I shall dance and return the tracks beneath my people's feet back to the stars in the sky."
Huh? But weren't the tracks the gift that she gave to her people in the first place? Does that mean she plans to take the gift back?
That's what the prophecy seems to be saying, yes. So, as a result, some people are against turning the gear, despite what the prophecy says, since they fear a future where they no longer enjoy the goddess's protection.
But letting this drag on isn't the answer either, is it?
No, and I think they know that. But they're just too afraid to take that final, terrifying step. They're still hoping there might be an alternative solution. Now, we could ignore their objections and go turn the gear ourselves, but...
You want to be considerate of their feelings. You want to let them make that choice for themselves.
Exactly. You know me well. And that's why you're my partner. I want to get as many people on my side as possible. At the end of the day, this is their city, and they should have the right to decide its future.
Ooh, spoken like a true wise king, Navia.
I am the boss of Spina di Rosula, after all. This may be my first time as a king, but there are a few similarities between the two roles. Traveler, Paimon, Miss Nilu, would you be willing to lend me your support? With your help, I'm confident we'll be able to find the most frictionless way to resolve the problems plaguing this city.
Sure thing, boss.
Thanks, partner.
Seriously, like we'd ever say no. We're your friends. No need to ask us so formally in the future.
I'm happy to help too. This is a beautiful city, and just like the Forest of Blessings, I would love to see it return to normal as soon as possible.
Great. As the king of Constellation Metropole, I extend to you my gratitude. All right, everyone, follow me. I'll show you the way to the goddess statue at the top of the Metropole. And stay close. You don't want to get lost in my castle. It's huge.
All right. Okay. Go to the... Okay. We just have to go up here.
Is this an answer from this world?
Oh.
Huh? What's this?
Wait. This looks like the star I found earlier. I told the guards to place it near the goddess statue. Maybe they ran into some trouble up there. Guess we'd better hurry.
Okay, what's this thing? A star that once hung high above Constellation Metropole. For some reason, it has fallen from the sky. So let's get this teleporter. Alright, okay, just follow the glowing trail. Oh dear. Monsters are inside. What's happened? you help me? Leave it to me. Oh. Wait, what was that? I heard a chest.
Huh, I'm here.
Check this out! Into the wind.
Lightning flash!
One.
Two.
Whoa! Why is the star on top of a mechanism? Uh-oh! More monsters incoming!
Oh dear.
The wind knows me. Come.
Take this!
One with nature.
I'll keep this close.
Oh dear.
Into the wind.
Okay, it's safe now.
A reward on the road.
Did I miss a chest on there? No. I don't think I did. That was kind of weird. I heard a noise that said I got something. It's a bit strange. Anyways, let's keep going. Alright. Happened. I have a star with them too. There are too many monsters. Okay, leave it to me. Oh dear. Stay away. Defend the stars.
A reward on the road.
Alright then. You saved my life.
Feels like they really didn't want to give that to us.
Alright. A nose.
We get the book!
One with nature.
The band is ready. We can perform as per normal. Oh, right. Oh, okay. Okay, imitate the dance moves. Okay. Okay. Oh, precious chest.
Is this an answer from this world?
All right. Oh, we have to go keep going that way. Also, can I get this thing real quick? What is this? Oh, I see. What? Oh! Hello there?
A reward on the road.
Oh, I see. Ooh. Alright. No more enemies. Defend the stars! Why are you stuck?
Into the wind.
Oh dear.
Take this!
What? That was weird.
One with nature.
We need to help them. Oh, maybe... Oh, wait! Wait, go back. Can I go back? Apparently the sending is still, like... locked on me. Oh, did that attack kind of mess things up a little bit? Yeah, it did. There you go, there's the enemy. Okay, we have to wait. Yeah.
Lightning slash!
Okay, that it just... Is it? Okay, there you go. Okay. It kind of went weird because I accidentally, like, the enemy just fell off the edge.
Don't get too close.
Think you can bully me?
Fire it up.
That's so sticky. It'll be tough for one person. Oh, maybe... Yeah, good. There we go. Let's go help. Okay. All together now. There you go. Thank you, brave soul. We cannot protect the star. You did great. So we leave it to you.
Another one in the bag! That sure was rough.
This close.
Oh gosh. Okay. Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh! Here we are.
Drat! I can't move.
What happened?
Your Majesty, this conservative radical, he attacked us. He threw the star from the Astral Garden and even stole the magic thread linking the Oracle Pillars. But just as we were about to arrest him, the goddess's magic activated, and now we can't move.
No! Nobody touched the celestial gear!
What's an oracle pillar?
You need to use it to pray to the goddess. I'll explain later. First, let's help these guys.
Oh dear. Stop them. Wait, stop there. Don't move. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so... Wait. using. Attack the clockwork to reset the scene. Oh, I know that. Oh! I didn't know I had to click. I was supposed to, you know, hit it multiple times. There you go.
Hey, he's getting away!
Halt!
It's okay. Let him go.
But, Your Majesty!
Even if we catch up to him now, we won't be able to change his mind, much less quell the fear that many others like him are feeling. All it would do is turn him further against us.
Understood, Your Majesty. Also, this is the magic thread he was holding from the Oracle Pillars. Your Majesty, what should we...
Ah, please give that to the traveler over there. I believe they have some questions for the goddess.
Yes, Your Majesty.
So, what do we do with this exactly?
See those oracle pillars over there? Just use the magic thread to connect them together in a specific pattern, and the goddess of prophecy will answer your prayers.
Oh! Sounds easy enough. Let's give it a try.
Okay. Connect the oracle pillars to thread them into a specific shape. Oh, I think I get it. Okay. It's a star. 4-point star, I think. So like here, here. No! No. No. Give. I have to start over. Okay, I have to be careful because it seems very sensitive. There you go. I'm trying to let it show the line. There you go. Huh.
It worked!
To which course of fate do you seek answers, my child of Simulanka?
I'm not sure if we will end up asking all these, so we'll probably click one of them out of order as a test. I don't know. Okay, so our options are ask how to leave this world, ask how to defeat the dragon, ask about Simulanka's future, or ask how to resolve the Metropole's crisis. Let's click the fourth one.
Go and push the gear that connects up to the starry sky. When that time comes, I shall dance and return the tracks beneath my people's feet back to the stars in the sky.
Okay. Okay, we do ask everything. Let's go in backwards order, so from this way. This one? Okay, no response. What about the dragon?
The hero from another world, supported by their companions, shall restore peace to this world.
And about leaving it? No response. Alright. Okay, I have no more questions.
So, Miss Navia was right. The goddess of prophecy didn't tell us anything about the future.
Fair enough. Guess we'll just have to play it by ear.
If we want to push the celestial gear,
Then first, we have to restore the sky back to its original state by putting the stars back in their positions. Let me do a quick count. All right. Adding in the ones we picked up on the way here, I think that's all of them. Let's go hang these stars back up in the sky.
In the sky? How do we get up there?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Oh, I got us covered. We will, of course, be taking the Aerial Express.
Huh?
Is that a flying train?
Hey, you already took a train that runs on water. Is a flying train really that much weirder?
Well, at least the Maritime Express still runs on a track.
Oh, come on, don't worry about it. This train has been blessed by the goddess of prophecy. Its whole purpose is to protect the Metropole skies. It took me a lot of effort to find it, you know. I don't think anyone's used it in, like, 100 years?
100 years? Are you sure it's safe? Let's not forget that the goddess of prophecy's magic has been going haywire recently.
Well, it's not like we have any other options. Unless you want to do the honors, Paimon. Fancy flying up there on your own?
No, thank you. It's way too high up. Oh, wait, Nilu. You've got a feel for how magic works here. Can you do your thing and sense if this train is a real deal?
I can try. Yes, I can sense traces of magic, but it's different from the kind I felt in the forest, so I don't know.
Okay, fine. Guess there's only one way to find out.
That's the spirit. I'll come with you. Miss Nilu, will you be joining us?
I think I'll stay behind. That way, if something does go wrong, you'll have someone on the ground to get you some help.
That makes sense. If the train does break down, you can make us a giant origami crane to come bail us out. Or if a crane's too difficult, a finch could work.
All right.
Best of luck! A finch, huh? I think I know how to fold one of those.
Okay, so... Okay, over here. All right. Okay, ride.
Choo-choo! Aerial Express moving out.
Whoa, it really is flying!
What an amazing feeling! I've never been on a flying train before.
Neither have we.
Place.
That should do it. On to the next location.
Aw. Oh, wait. There you go.
We are so high up.
Oh my gosh.
Don't look down. Don't look down.
Oh, wow.
Oh, hang in there, Paimon. The hard part's nearly over. After that, it's downhill all the way.
Don't say downhill all the way! That is the last thing Paimon wants to hear!
No. Oh. Okay, so. Okay, place. Oh gosh. Ah.
We're finally done! Okay, let's get back down while this train is still working!
Oh.
Good job! It looked like it all went smoothly.
Yeah, and it was an absolute blast, too. You gotta ride with us next time, Miss Nilu.
Huh? I'm okay. Thanks for...
Halt! What do you think you're doing?
Get out of my way!
What's going on?
Your Majesty, there!
Let us through!
Stay back!
It's okay. Let them through.
Your Majesty, could we please ask you not to turn the gear that connects up to the sky?
And why is that?
As you have seen, the goddess's gift is very important to us. It keeps us from harm and protects our very lives.
Some of us, we just aren't ready to lose that protection.
I see. I understand.
Huh? Your Majesty, do you mean...
I won't turn that gear. Not until you're ready.
What?
I've said before that the Metropole belongs to the people, and they should have the right to decide its future. But let me ask you this. How do you plan to solve the issues we are currently facing?
Well, we'll start by rescuing the people that have gotten stuck. And then we'll find a way to figure out the true cause of this crisis.
And have you made any headway on that? The true cause, I mean.
Unfortunately not.
Hey, you little...
I'm sorry, my friend, but it's the truth.
You have friends and family that have been affected, don't you? That have gotten stuck?
Duh.
I understand your concerns. But if we let this drag on for much longer, the situation may well get worse. More and more people will be frozen by the goddess's magic.
Yes, but if we turn that gear now, all the tracks in this city will disappear.
I know this is a hard decision to make. But have you ever thought about why the goddess might have made things this way in the first place?
Huh?
Why do you think she might decide to take back her gift and stop revealing further prophecies about the future?
Are you saying she has abandoned us?
No. Quite the opposite, in fact.
What do you mean?
The goddess dearly loves this world and all the people of Simulanka. And because she loves you so much, she wants you to be able to choose your own path. Every parent hopes their child will have a happy and carefree life. But if they're overprotective, then all they'll manage to do is keep their child trapped. If a mother bird lets her baby ride on her wings for too long, her child will never learn how to fly. Perhaps the goddess of prophecy has always known that one day she'll have to let go. Children can only become independent if they're allowed to form their own opinions, make their own decisions, and deal with the consequences on their own. Only then will they be able to continue their journey alone, even after their parents are gone.
But we've relied on the goddess's protection for so long. We don't know what it's like to go it alone. We don't know if we have what it takes.
Are you kidding me? I think you've proven yourselves more than capable of that.
What do you mean?
You made a call in a time of crisis, and you've come all this way to talk to me. Even the guards couldn't stop you. That must have taken a lot of courage.
But we only did it because we were scared.
Why you set out on the journey doesn't matter. What matters is that you've proven you can choose your own path.
My friend, I fear our king is right. It is time for us to face our fears.
What? But we...
We can't go on living like this. Living in fear.
Look at what it's driven you to do. You threw away a star personally created by the goddess of prophecy herself. You once revered her more than any of us. And I think the king is right. She hasn't abandoned us. So, why don't we put our trust in her one more time?
I don't care anymore. Do what you want.
Aw, he laughed.
I'm sorry about my friend. That's just how he is. Always had a terrible temper. Please accept my apology for his impudent behavior.
Is it just me, or has he accepted the goddess's prophecy?
I think so. Not that you'll ever hear him admit it out loud. Your Majesty, please turn the gear that connects up to the sky.
So, you've made up your mind? About giving up the goddess's gift?
Yes, I've made up my mind. But maybe losing the gift isn't what this is about anymore. Because we've gained something too. You have given us courage.
Well said. I am proud of your decision. Now, gather around, everyone, and join me as we make the night sky of this wonderful city turn once more.
So the stars hanging in the sky, they're music notes.
Oh. This entire metropole is a huge music box! That's incredible!
How do you feel?
A little scared and uncertain. But for some reason, I feel a lot more at ease. It's as if some kind of huge weight has been lifted from my shoulders.
Figured out any next steps?
To be honest, not really. But maybe I can start by having a heart-to-heart with that stubborn friend of mine.
I have an idea. If you don't know what to do, why don't you start by helping the people around you?
You mean the people who got stuck because of the goddess's magic?
I mean anyone and everyone who needs your help. By helping others, you'll eventually find your own path. Trust me, I have experience in this.
What kind of experience, Your Majesty?
Yes. We'll need a formal organization with a catchy name before we go out and start helping people. Why don't we call it the Spina di Rosula?
Spina di Rosula?
Ooh, or even the Spina di Rosula di Simulanka. Yeah, that's catchy.
Wow, big expansion for the Spina. Moving into other worlds now.
Spina di Rosula. I like it. It's a great name. Let's do as Your Majesty suggests.
Well then, how about I appoint you as the head of the Spina in Simulanka? While I'm off fighting the dragon with the other heroes, it'll be your responsibility to work with the guards and take good care of the people in the Metropole.
What? You're planning on fighting the dragon? But no, Your Majesty, you must reconsider.
He's right. Your Majesty, you can't.
How are you two on the same side all of a sudden?
Perhaps Your Majesty is unaware of this. The great dragon suddenly broke out from the Titanium mines one day and tore the end of the world to pieces. After that, it spat out a strange fog that surrounded a whole island. No one knows what lies beyond the fog, and no one knows what has become of that poor island.
Before your majesty arrived, we dispatched many soldiers to fight the dragon, but none came back alive.
Yikes. Sounds worse than we thought.
Isn't that all the more reason for us to go? There could still be guards trapped there, waiting for someone to rescue them.
King Navia is right. We cannot simply stand by and watch as the people of this world suffer.
Very well. Though I have not served by your side for very long, your majesty. 2 days is enough for me to have learned that once your mind is set, any attempts to change it are futile.
You're a pretty good judge of character.
He probably didn't mean that as a compliment.
Since you're serious about this, I won't try and stop you. There's only one way to reach the end of the world, and that's by taking the Maritime Express.
Oh, right. So there's a line going there too?
Yes. It was originally built to serve the workers commuting to the Titanium mines, but it has been abandoned since the dragon attack. I'll tell the conductor to wait for you at the platform by the side gate to the Metropole first thing tomorrow morning. You're embarking on an extremely dangerous adventure. Please be careful, your majesty and friends.
Oh, thank you for your concern. While I'm gone, I leave the Metropole in your capable hands.
Yes, your majesty.
Just call me boss from now on. That's what everyone in the Spina calls me, and it's what I'm used to.
So, the plan for tomorrow is journey across the ocean, make it to the end of the world, and defeat a dragon. Ooh, that's an adventure and a half. Do all storybook heroes have to work this hard?
At least we'll get to see some amazing scenery along the way, right? Besides, we'll have each other. It'll be a shared experience that we'll never forget.
Plus, we're pretty well equipped for a classic heroes versus dragon story. We got Miss Nilu as our magic caster, and I guess I'm the melee warrior who leads the charge?
Paimon can definitely see that. Anyway, those are tomorrow's problems. Right now, all Paimon wants is to eat a proper meal, because worst case scenario, if Paimon ends up getting eaten by a dragon, she wants to do it on a full stomach. And something about the end of the world doesn't sound like a great place for food options.
Well, the origami animals in the forest only drink magic tonic. What do the toy people here in Constellation Metropole eat?
Vegetable oil and sawdust, I think.
Well, that's the end of the quest. I like how it just ends on that note. Alright. Okay, so we got quite a few things to deal with. And, yeah, let's do these two first, and then we'll, do this one. Which I started the other day, but I didn't do it, so... Okay, let's, do these two. Okay. Oh dear. Oh gosh. There we go. Oh. All right. Oh, over here. Oh my, what an honor. You must be Aya, in which case, the one by your side must be your companion, Miss Paimon. Right in one. That's us. we're that famous, are we? News travels quickly to, from, and through Constellation Metropole. I must say that you're right on time. I was just putting the finishing touches on this game of mine named Flying Hats. I can't be like the eponymous Hatter in the Flying Hatter, who gave everyone a lovely hat, I fear. But I believe that Flying Hats will bring joy to those who play it. I've also designed 3 completely different gameplay modes for it. Don't worry, the rules aren't too complicated. You'll figure it out after just one game, I guarantee it. I'll give it a try. Alrighty then. This way, please. Okay, what's this one? Okay. Let's go try this. Sure. Okay. Okay, no barrels. Higher combo, more points. Okay, yeah, don't hit the barrels. Oh. Oh, I think I get it, but it's kind of tricky. Okay. Okay, just avoid the barrels. What? Wait, how can I get 2 of them at the same time? Oh, I saw it, but it's a very small window, I think. Oh wait, no, I should stare at the... There, wait. No? Huh. I think I get it, but it's like... I can't pick them both at the same time, though, even if... Oh, I think I get it. It's like you get more points that way? I don't know. I'm a little confused. Oops. Alright. Okay. Is that enough? Oh yeah, it is enough. Okay. Okay. So we could do another one, and we also have this other one. Oops. This other one. Talk to Alof. Oh, over here. Okay, we could teleport straight there. Alright, hello. Welcome to Constellation Metropole, Aya, Miss Paimon. My colleagues have apprised me of your names and deeds, and have confirmed that you are valiant indeed. Were I not in charge of training the guards, I should have liked to spar with you. So you're a guard yourself then? In sooth, I am. On the orders of our liege, we are to defend Constellation Metropole and keep the peace. My work specifically is to train the guards, that their skills may prove worthy of their duty. So the door behind leads to the training grounds? Key night indeed. It leads to a domain that we just finished remodeling. Within those grounds, the trainee must swing their blade to a specific rhythm, and the arena's lightning will constantly change throughout the battle. Lighting, not lightning. Oh, whatever. Sounds like some pretty rigorous training. Sounds complicated, more like... Do you have to follow that specific rhythm while fighting as well? This part of the regiment is actually derived from a story titled The Owl Musician. It was popular amongst the guards some time back. Many enjoyed it to the point where they'd forget to take part in training, and their daily patrols were delayed. But I had a thought. Since everyone liked it so much, adding elements of the story into our training would make it more enjoyable. It has had a visible effect on training, if nothing else. There have been no further delays in our patrols due to personal reasons. Would the two of you be interested in said training? The challenges within should be a piece of cake for those with valor such as yours. I'd love to give it a try. Such commendable courage. Excellent. Please then, step into the domain. Okay. Oh, it's one of these. Right. Okay, I think I get it, since it's similar to a previous event, I think. Let's see. Let's go multiplier. Phase 1 and phase 2. The damage dealt by all party members' elements skills increased by this. What are the enemies here? Right. You know what? Let's do this later. Okay. There's also this thing, so oh, I can't teleport to it directly. Wait. This one. Where is this? Oh, it's right here. Oh yeah, it's this area. Alright. Ah! What was that? Oh, it's related to that. Okay, never mind. Where is this? Over here. Okay, let's go down. Careful. Okay. Okay, some new things. All right. Oh god. Oh no, we're getting a little too close. Oh no, I missed. Oh. There you go. Alright, I should keep forgetting I could hold down the button. I know. Should be enough anyway, so. Oh gosh. Careful the stamina bar. bunch of things. Got 90. Alright. Oh, so this is where we get another one. But we still need to get the rest here. Well, let's do this first. Because it's new. And will give us different things. Where is it? I didn't think... it's over here. Oh, is it up there? No, it's right here. Okay. Now we have another one of these things. Ooh, what the? Oh! Okay. And 5 more. I like how it's a little gotcha. Alright. Wait, how many does this make in total? Oh, all common. Alright. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Yeah, how many? Oh, not even... Yeah, we need a total of 60 to get a free Kirara. Alright, so we got like 25 out of 60 here. Let's see. For the one I haven't done yet, because I'll do a bit later, I think. Is it this one? Yeah, this one. 25, 15, 20, 35. Yeah, it's only like 2 more. It'll be up to 35. I think either day 3 or day 4 we could get a free Kirara, I think. Anyways, let's go put... I'll just put them here. Okay. Just gonna place them... Wait. There you go. Alright. Let's go do this one quest. And then after we're done with that, we could start on the one here, which has to do with Kirara. Although, should I get this teleporter now? You know what? Nah, we'll get it when we have part 3. Or we could get it later. How about later? Oh, we have to... Alright. So we're all completely stumped. How come you're all here? Or, looks like I'm here now too. Oh, it's you! Such a relief that you've come. Thank you for coming, my honorable paladin. We seem to have run into a rather peculiar problem. Peculiar problem? Oh no, don't tell Paimon that the relic hasn't acknowledged Mr. Robert either. If the problem was only that I hadn't been acknowledged as guardian, that would actually be simpler. How to put this? Mr. Robert is indeed the champion jumper, that much is indisputable. But the trial he passed was Rain Song Pond's jumping contest, and when he was acknowledged as champion, it was a committee that declared him so. It is true that Her Highness resides in a tall tower, and that in this kingdom does indeed have its own series of arduous trials. But she clearly isn't trapped, much less needs me to jump up and rescue her. And those trials, no matter how good I was at jumping, I'd never be able to pass them. They just aren't designed for paper frogs. On paper, you seem like the perfect candidate, but the details just didn't work out. What are we to do if we can't complete our calling?
You keep talking about this calling of yours, and Mr. Robert mentioned it too. What exactly is it? If you haven't found the guardian and princess you're looking for, why don't you just keep looking? Even if you don't find them right this instant, it's not like this place is gonna vanish into thin air.
Our kingdom exists for its calling. It is also the only way we can save it. Likewise, the residents of Rainsong Pond have sacrificed so much, and are continuing to sacrifice for that princess who's nowhere to be found. Generation after generation of champions have quietly aged away, all memory of their deeds fading away into oblivion.
Mr. Horello has spoken of these brave ones before, weighed down by the burden of unrealized ambition. They are left with no other choice but to end their days in obscurity. Such a fate is crueler than the fall of a kingdom.
But Robert, we talked about this before. You said you were going to reconsider, and now... we must have faith in our champion. Our champion will not back down. If I were perched on a lotus leaf and suddenly found myself drifting away with the current, I would do my best to make sure it didn't capsize in the middle of the river. Now that I carry the lotus head bangle, I cannot shirk my duty. This has nothing to do with courage, Mr. Horello, just duty.
Paimon knew our lotus leaf rafting experience wasn't a complete waste of time.
Spoken like a true champion. But if I do end up going overboard, you'll have to call for Estampa. He'd definitely be better at this than I am. He's the real champion when it comes down to it, so why have I ended up being the one on the lotus leaf?
Looks like we still have to go rafting a few more times.
Huh, you sure are one unique champion. No matter how hard you try, you're always convinced you're going to fail. You really needn't worry. After all, not only did you come here entirely of your own accord, but you had the courage to shoulder a great responsibility. You were brave enough to make a choice and boldly follow through with it. At least in my eyes, you're no less than any flying squirrel. Oh dear. Your Highness, thank you for your praise and for your trust. Besides, I'm already on this lotus leaf, so I can't get off now anyway.
Well, anyway, now that we have the backing of so many strong fighters, I think it's high time we head into the Cave of Eerie Murmurs to see what lurks in its depths.
Suborn, Sufash, there's no use trying to stop me. After all, when have you ever succeeded in holding me back? Come on, lighten up. This is the last clue we need to save the kingdom. But not a single princess that's gone into the Cave of Eerie Murmurs has ever come back out again. If there's nothing in the Cave of Eerie Murmurs, what does it matter whether I return or not? But on the other hand, if there really is a clue to the salvation of the kingdom in there, then even if I were to be trapped inside, that wouldn't be such a bad thing, would it?
What kind of place is this Cave of Eerie Murmurs anyway? And why does your Highness sound so serious?
it's nothing out of the ordinary. Simply put, it's where those princesses of past kingdoms searched for the answer. But even until the day their kingdoms vanished utterly, those princesses were never seen again. Huh? By never see again? Surely you don't mean... the cave swallowed them alive? Or they disappeared too? There isn't a single flying squirrel that knows, but we'll find out soon enough. To be safe, I'll bring the relic along with us. Who knows, it might just come in handy. Alright everyone, let's go. Given that one of you is an expert flyer and the other a champion jumper, I trust you'll both be able to keep up with me? Wow, Her Highness has flown off already. Let's catch up, Aya. Alright. Also, hello in chat. Okay, so we have to go to the cave. Okay, we'll just teleport there. I'm not walking that distance. Oh. Okay. Didn't the princess take us to the Cave of Eerie Murmurs before? I'm not sure she heard a strange voice while we were there. Just to let you guys know, us paper frogs aren't very good at jumping in caves. Don't worry, Mr. Faux Robert. Paimon might have just been hearing things. I am a voice, but a voice is not life. Interaction is only born of contradictions, and only interaction is dialogue. There it is again! Do not fear, these voices will not harm us. They are simply lamenting their own past. Lamenting the past. Are these the princesses' voices? To be precise, both princesses and princes. What they have in common is they are all voices from fallen kingdoms. They came in search of answers, but found nothing. All they could do was stay and lament their fate in vain. You know this place well. You must have come here many times before. You show great intuition, as one would expect of a paladin. That is correct. I have come here often since my ascension. After all, compared to all those princesses and princes from the past, there is nothing special about me at all. It was wishful thinking indeed for me to have imagined that a miracle might suddenly happen and that I'd find our true guardian just like that. But for the sake of my kingdom, I had to keep searching for a way to fulfill my calling. I cannot simply stand by and watch it fade away. So I looked everywhere but found nothing. Finally, though, I narrowed down my search to the Cave of Eerie Murmurs. But because this cave has never been thoroughly investigated, and so as not to drive Suborn and Sufash sick with worry or cause their voices to go hoarse, I have never entered the Cave of Eerie Murmurs itself. Now, for the future of the kingdom and all our aged champions, I have no choice but to go in. Don't be afraid, Your Highness. Not only do you have to have the super strong Aya and the champion jumper Mr. Robert to back you up, but also the seasoned floater Paimon too. No matter what happens, we'll make sure you stay safe. Right, Aya, Mr. Robert? At your service, Your Highness. Leave it all to me. We've got your back, I think. I mean, we've hopefully got your back. Seriously, caves really aren't designed for jumping in. It's alright, Mr. Champion. We still have plenty of time to prepare. After all, we need to figure out how to get into this cave first. Perhaps this might come in handy. Alright, try opening the door. Oh, I think oh, I see. Oh, wait, no. We have to get that open. There you go. There it is. It's so chilly around here. Such a strange vibe. Paimon's just glad we haven't seen anything weird. Wait a second. What's that carved on the wall over there? It looks like a story? What's it about? After setting up the trial herself, the princess awaited her guardian within the kingdom. I think I recalled this story from the kingdom's records. In the legend, it is said that despite the passing of much time, still there came no sign of a guardian, and it seemed that the kingdom's resources would soon run dry. The princess, whose name was Ciolia? I don't know how to say that, therefore made a decision. She let the kingdom's people fall into a deep slumber and sealed off all its land except the tower, where she alone remained to await the coming of the guardian. What became of this princess? The guardian that she awaited never came. In the end, she is said to have come to the cave of eerie murmurs alone, and vanished from the world without a trace. It is true that this princess showed great courage, but I cannot say that I agree with her approach. As I see it, by deciding to simply wait there while her people slept in blissful ignorance, she consigned her kingdom to an unknown fate. Instead, she should have taken the initiative by calling upon her people to unite as one, seeking out this guardian together. If she had done this, even if all their efforts had turned out to be in vain, at least she would have known that she'd done all she could. It's just as the last line of the story says. Stories follow rules, unfolding in cyclical patterns, but each should follow its own course. Your Highness, it hasn't come to that yet. Yeah, come on, there's still hope. And who knows, there might be some important clues left for us to find. Forgive me, I seem to have gotten a little carried away. Anyway, let's keep searching. Looking around, it seems like we haven't completed the trials in the Cave of Eerie Murmurs yet. Alright. Lotus leaves and dewdrops. What the? Why has this story been carved on the wall? What is it? Someone's carved a story here that goes, once upon a time, there was a paper frog who wished he had a pair of wings. He prayed to the goddess, who told him that if he could jump higher than all the other frogs, he would have his wings. Wait a sec. If he could already jump higher than all the other frogs, why would he need wings? Maybe it's just hyperbole. Hyperbole? No, this champion's name is actually recorded in the committee's register. This paper frog, whose name was Cerberus, once won the championship 7 times in a row. No frog was his equal. His symbol was a pair of wings made of lotus leaves, so they dubbed him Winged Cerberus. 7 times in a row? Paimon heard he won the championship many times in a row too, Mr. Robert. Me? Yes, I've won it 7 times, and Estampa 6. But I'd be no match for this champion. Back in those days, they had to figure it all out themselves, without any experience to go on. If my generation of frogs have jumped higher than others, it is merely by jumping up from the shoulders of giants. There he goes again, putting himself down as usual. So what happened to that champion? This I do not know. According to the committee's records, in the last jumping contest he ever took part in, Sibrellus came second. Second? So that means... Indeed it does. Given that he no longer felt up to the task of rescuing the princess, Sibrellus announced his retirement there and then. He told his friend that the jumping contest no longer held any meaning for him, and that unless he rediscovered its meaning someday, he would never again compete. From that day forth, not once was his name ever again mentioned in the records of Rainsong Pond. So just like those princes and princesses, there was a point in time after which his champion simply vanished from the world. That's right. All in all, this story really doesn't seem like a promising omen. Hold on a minute. The last line of this story is also, stories follow rules, unfolding in cyclical patterns, but each should follow its own course. Why does this line keep reappearing? We'd better complete the rest of the trials first. Yes, you're right. Let's focus on the puzzle before us. I wonder where it will lead us in the end. What's all this in here? Looks like this cave has no intention of just giving us the answers, but rather plans on testing us instead. The road to success is never straight, huh? Another trial. Let's do this. Thank you. Then, let's go take a look at this final trial. Alright. Let's see. Oh boy. I think I get it. Got it. I need... What? Oh. Oh, I get it. Okay. Okay, we need to get the other one up. There you go. Oh wait, no, I haven't done this thing yet. Oops. There you go. Yay! That must mean we passed this trial, huh? That all went pretty smoothly. Forgot our options. Who's the queen of trials now? That's right, this gal. Or, well, practice makes perfect. You're in such good shape. If only I was as talented as you are. Huh? Did you hear that? Stories follow rules, unfolding in cyclical patterns, but each should follow its own course. Once upon a time, there was a paper frog who wished he had a pair of wings. He prayed to the goddess, who told him that if he could jump higher than all the other frogs, he would have his wings. Long ago, there was a princess who personally set up a trial in the kingdom. She waited and waited and waited. Oh, Guardian, where art thou? Eek! The paper's talking. In this world, that's not really that weird. Another paper frog, just like me. Another useless champion, squandered years, and a pair of worthless withered wings. Wait, surely you can't be. I am an evaporated dewdrop, a pair of wings too weak for flight. The name Cybrellus is no longer one I am fit to bear. It is a great honor to meet you, Your Highness Princess Gioia. It is an honor to meet you too, Your Highness. You, yet another stranger, another princess. So, Paimon's guessing they're the champion and princess mentioned in the story on the wall? They just look like two manuscripts. It is an honor to meet you both. You have resided in this cave for a long time now, so you should know why we are here. Your Highness, have you found the answer you were looking for? Where is the guardian we are looking for? Great champion, where is the princess that us paper frogs are supposed to save? You should go back. There are no answers here, only question after question. No river awaits, and the lotus leaves do not exist for us. The pond has never seen victory's laurel, nor a princess. Stories follow rules, unfolding in cyclical patterns. Such a futile expectation. When will the cycle end? Keep waiting, keep waiting. There are no answers here, only question after question. The pen that wrote these words has not alighted back upon the page, yet the ink of fate has long dried up. Neither the guardian nor the period that marks the end shall appear. Thus it has always been, until now. But each should follow its own course. This is destiny's inexplicable hope. When will the path ahead reveal itself? What are they talking about? Paimon doesn't get it. Whatever it is, it doesn't sound too promising. They might as well have said nothing. Huh? But why? No river awaits, and the lotus leaves do not exist for us. That makes it sound like Rainsong Pond is already... Neither the guardian nor the period that marks the end shall appear. Anyway, we shouldn't jump to conclusions too soon. We haven't even completed the trial yet. Alright, giving up before the contest has even ended seems like bad etiquette indeed. Let's take care of the trials first. Yeah, let's stay positive. Maybe there'll be a pleasant surprise waiting for us. Alright. Oh, we still have things. Oh, whoops. There we go. How do I do this? Oh, I get it. Well, seems like we passed all the trials, right? We've passed the trials, but nothing seems to have happened. I brought the relic, but it hasn't reacted at all. Are we really meant to just keep waiting here? But what exactly are we waiting for? It's not like some kind of god's gonna suddenly swoop down and tell us what to do, is it? What we are willing to do is wait. All we can do is wait. Meaning lies in waiting the future. Meaning lies in waiting. The future lies unknown. When did they appear? And insisting that we wait like that. What are we even waiting for? Perhaps they do not know either, which is why they've been waiting all this time. So long that they turned into manuscripts. We are echoes with nowhere to return. Existences that do not exist. Unfinished chapters of blank paper. As are you. Together, let us go back to where we belong. Stories follow rules, unfolding in cyclical patterns. Each follows its own course. Hey, you piles of rotten paper! Why do you just keep telling us to wait? Your Highness, waiting will get us nowhere. So that's it. I knew I wasn't in the wrong place. Your Highness, Princess Julia, I have my answer. To the rest of you, it is time for us to part ways. Thank you all for everything you have done. Now, it is clear to me that the answer lies not in the Cave of Eerie Murmurs. When I first arrived, I was afraid I would have to pay a heavy price to find a way to save the kingdom here. In the end, the Cave of Eerie Murmurs holds nothing more than a pile of old manuscripts deceiving themselves by waiting. It is a great relief to know that hope still lies elsewhere. The future lies unknown. Meaning lies in waiting. No, Your Highness, meaning lies in the unknown. Waiting leads only to waiting. I most certainly will not save the kingdom using such a method. If the Guardian does not come, I will go in search of them. If I cannot find them in my kingdom, I will search the rest of the world instead. If they are not to be found in this world, then I shall keep searching beyond it, even if my kingdom is destined to fall. I wish to witness its final moments, when its ending is written. Such blindness, such impetuosity, such frivolity, such ignorance, such superficiality, such impatience. Say what you will, but as you yourselves just put it, stories follow rules, unfolding in cyclical patterns, but each should follow its own course. If your path lies here in endless waiting, then mine lies instead on the road ahead. Can I say something? If you were to deem it acceptable, I would like to go along with your Highness too. Wow, someone seems pretty motivated all of a sudden. After all, if I could help your Highness find your guardian, that could also be interpreted as saving the princess. I am the champion of Rainsong Pond. Even if I do it for Rainsong Pond, I must continue to fulfill my duty. If you are willing to help, then on behalf of the entire kingdom of breezes and bells, I thank you. That is most all right. I will, of course, still have to ask the committee's opinion, especially Harello and Estampa. As you know, I always seem to cause trouble. We believe in you, our champion of champions. Great! So what's next? Your Highness! The railing next to you! It's lighting up! Oh. 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 was very lovely. Oh, my leg. Is it still on the ground? I can barely feel it anymore. All 4 of your feet are still firmly on the ground, Mr. Champion. And they're in better condition than any of us are. Those princesses from the past, they seem to have left too. I hope that they'll never return to the Cave of Eerie Murmurs. Seems our trip to the Cave of Eerie Murmurs wasn't for nothing after all. With the relic lit up, there's hope for your highnesses' kingdom again. That is indeed so. The fact that the relic has lit up means that it has found a guardian worthy of acknowledgement. It seems the guardian that the relic was looking for was not a valiant warrior in the usual sense. A true guardian who is worthy of acknowledgement and one who always follows their heart. Someone who pushes forward relentlessly in spite of their fear. It turns out that this relic, which we'd been treating like the problem, was actually the answer all along. Those manuscripts that were waiting in the cave. They've been waiting for their path to appear, waiting all this time. But waiting leads only to more waiting. No one can find the solution to a problem simply by searching within the problem itself. Like, you wouldn't be able to pick a leaf from a tree if you were standing on the leaf itself. Sounds complicated. Paimon's feeling dizzy now. Anyway, none of them were acknowledged by the relic as guardians. Your Highness and Mr. Robert were though. So now the relic has lit up and we found our guardian. Doesn't that mean that the problem solved, Your Highness? Well, you could say that, but I still haven't managed to figure out exactly why it lit up. Looks like Saborn and Sauvage will be doing some more research for me. Oh, and now that the Guardian's been chosen, doesn't that mean that the relic's trial has lost its meaning now? It'd be a shame to tear it all down. No, I will keep the trial in place, but it will now be used to train Guardians rather than to choose them. If every flying squirrel were to become a Guardian someday, then no matter what difficulties the Kingdom of Breezes and Bells faced, we could overcome them together. I've been waiting to do this for a long, long time. Just a pity that the relic refused to light up sooner, and that Saborn and Sauvage stood in my way. Now that I've been acknowledged by the relic, I shall do whatever I wish. That's why you're the princess, Your Highness. No. Her Highness's title should now be Guardian Princess of the Kingdom of Breezes and Bells. So, Your Highness, would it be alright if I, took part in the training in your kingdom? But you're already the champion. You're really up for anything now, huh? No. Didn't you hear that sound just now? That voice that was speaking? This is a trial that you must face. To serve Princess Semest and fulfill your calling. No? Whose voice was it? It was the same as the voice of the manuscript that claimed to be Sibrilla's in the Cave of Eerie Murmurs. Surely the great champion himself doesn't actually believe that I can fulfill Rainsong Pond's calling? But Princess Semest doesn't need me to save her. If anything, I'm the one who needs her help. So you told him you could do it? Huh? No, I didn't. Or rather, he had no intention of hearing my opinion anyway. But seeing as it's for the calling of Rainsong Pond, what choice do I have? You're saying you would like to undergo the trial? Then of course you're welcome to. I couldn't be more delighted to hear that the champion of Rainsong Pond is willing to serve in my kingdom. Besides, I had plans to travel far away in the future, and I was actually just about to invite you to come along with me. After all, there are bound to be places in this world where the wind doesn't blow. When that time comes, we'll have to rely on those champion legs of yours. Really? Then I'll try my best not to make any mistakes. So I've never tried jumping with anyone riding on my back before. Then you'll have to train harder from now on. And to the two of you, thank you for all the help you've given me and my kingdom. Though there are still so many mysteries yet to be solved, why did we need to find a guardian? And why would a kingdom fall into decay by itself? And why would Rainsong Pond have such a calling? But at least the kingdom has been saved. So now I have more time to contemplate these questions. Don't you think that those manuscripts in the Cave of Eerie Murmurs seem to be related to a story we heard before? That legend that Nilu told us about. The goddess of fate who used ink to compose her stories. Do you know something about all this? Well, it's a long and complicated... Well, actually, it's not that long or complicated a story. So basically, everything we've been through is a story written by the goddess of fate. Alright, now we've really become characters in the story. But seeing as that goddess wrote us in, why didn't she give us an ending? First those poor souls in the cave, and now us. We've all been through so much. So that must mean it was also the goddess of fate who came up with that line. Stories follow rules, unfolding in cyclical patterns, but each should follow its own course. I need some time to think about these matters more deeply. My loyal paladin, please take these gifts as a token of my gratitude. These were the only treasures I brought with me. If you have time, please come back to visit the Kingdom of Breezes and Bells again. I believe that you may have some questions for me. But first, I must rest well and think hard. All right.
I'll keep this close.
Well, that was that quest. So much reading. Oops. Alright. Okay, I'll start on this. But first, I'm going to take a short break, so I'll be back in about a few minutes. Alright, I have returned. And now, let's go here and start this one. Oh, and also before I get started, one thing I want to randomly mention is that just the other day, like after my stream, I got around to reading a full fan translation of the latest Vivid Bad Squad event in Project Sekai, the Japanese server, because it's a year ahead. And, oh my gosh. It was a really good one. A lot of us had our, a lot of us were upset initially, but I think after a lot of us actually read and listened through the entire story, we all changed our minds, and, yeah, oh my gosh, I got emotional watching it yesterday, and, I'll leave it at that. I'll probably talk about it in the future again, maybe, so, you know. Anyways, another world quest, and it's from Kirara.
So, are you all set? Ready to start investigating?
Okay. So basically, yes or no. Well, we're ready. Yeah, we're all good.
Great! Then let's go!
Oh.
I've delivered packages all over, but I've never seen a mysterious fairy tale world like this before. Looks like nobody has gotten around to repairing this house yet. Ugh, even I wouldn't dare to sleep in there. It might suddenly collapse in on you. Nothing to see here either. Maybe we can find someone to ask? Aha! Over there. I bet we'll find some people there. Let's go take a look.
Okay. Oh.
Uh-huh. I was sure there'd be people here.
There once was a goddess who ruled over fate. Before she died, she left 3 riddles for the kingdom she had created.
What? Who said that?
Long story short, on this day, a sentient feline, an outlander, and a diminutive pixie arrived on the scene. They saw a narrow path off to the side.
Okay, but which side?
Yeah, if you gave ambiguous instructions like that to a Comania Express courier, they'd give you the parcel right back and tell you to write the delivery address more clearly.
Despite how obvious the answer was, the perplexed pixie and the flummoxed feline struggled to work it out. Although, perhaps a small part of the blame could be attributed to my dull narration.
Oh, thanks for the follow. I am doing good, thank you.
Alright, let's try this again. The path on the left-hand side seemed to give off an enticing fragrance, as if to say, this is the way to wealth and glory.
Ooh, that sounds like the start of a good story. Then what? Then what?
Alright. Wait. Oh, this way.
At the end of the path, the motley crew would soon spot a secret stone room. A prophecy had once foretold of a marquis who shall one day venture inside, and thus it is named the future Marquis's Abode to Be. You like it? The future Marquis's Abode to Be? Got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
That was a little bit boastful.
But before you continue, I must warn you of the danger that lies ahead. For example, under no circumstances should you sit on the chair in the center. Otherwise, the consequences could be a bit embarrassing.
All right. Oh.
So many summers, winters, springs, and falls, and now at last a hero hither strides.
This realm knows not what lies beyond its walls. Its secrets mystify the world outside.
Wait, new voices. Who are they?
All right. Wait, what is this notification telling me? Oh. Oh, this quest. All right. There we go. Wait. Oh. Okay, what
As
is...
golden sunlight fills the firmament, the tabletop engrosses your attent. Perchance peruse these pages thence. They surely represent no ill intent.
Okay. Witness
Why
pack.
isn't she reading the files on the desk? Hey, Bobarano, maybe quit showing off and try using words she'll actually understand?
I can either rhyme like a bard, or I can curse like a sailor. And right now, Cafe, you are seriously tempting me towards the latter.
Can you let me read?
Cape, forgive me for breaking the rhyme scheme for a second, but I want to hear your take on this. So, any outsider who comes in here would surely see the documents on the table, right? Unless she was visually impaired. And unless she's got tinnitus or something, she'd definitely have heard what we were saying. All I'm trying to say is, if this poor person can't see or hear properly, I just feel kind of sorry for them.
Oh, we hear you loud and clear, so watch it!
Okay, have they... I think so. Anyways. In the name of the elders of our 3 tribes, we hereby form this pact that from this day forth our peoples shall harm one another no more. No more shall we drip glue into each other's breakfast. Ew. Nor strike each other's heads with pickaxes, nor secretly drink gross serum that does not belong to us. We acknowledge the truth that has been determined by the great clockwork key, and we shall see the family of truth as supreme. 3 witnesses to history within the future Marquis's abode to be, quietly awaiting the Marquis of Carabas, who is foretold will pluck up the great clockwork key. Let this esteemed one guide us, revealing one truth and 2 fictions. Of course, if the highest house has not been selected, then we may yet contend in private, within permissible limits. But no more glue. It does far too much harm, and is utterly inhumane. Alright.
Captivated by the epic poetry and enthralled by the outstanding storytelling, the Outlanders knew what their next objective was. Namely, to remove the clockwork key from the raised platform up ahead.
Cabe, I just realized you said we all had to speak like bards, but every time you open up your mouth, I don't hear any rhymes.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It's one standard for us and another for you. That's not fair, Cape.
With wood and earthenware strewn all around, the demon feline's fury can't be quelled, reducing them to rubble on the ground.
Perhaps the Outlanders are worried that something drastic will happen the moment they remove it. Maybe that's why they're investigating the area thoroughly first. Can't fault them for that. I'm wondering if we can take advantage of this downtime to discuss whether we really need to keep this up.
Oh, if you guys don't want to put on a voice and speak in verse, be my guest. Just don't blame me for your own poetic incompetence.
Alright.
Strong as stone, firm as steel, the Outlander pulls, but it does not yield.
This has happened many times before, but this time is different. A thought enters the Outlander's mind. Attack! Attack! First weaken the structure, then seize the treasure!
The attack now over! Only one final step remains.
Now it is the time to seize the key.
Yes! Finally! Come on, move your butts! And your legs, assuming they're still in working order. It's showtime!
Oh my
No
gosh.
hard feelings about your lack of poetic contributions?
Oh, let it go!
Alright. Hello, you 3.
Ah! Welcome, esteemed and noble Outlander. Allow us to introduce ourselves.
We represent the 3 great clans of this realm, having been selected as its authorized historical supervisors.
Our purpose being to await the arrival of one such as yourselves, who shall remove the clockwork key.
My name is...
You're Cape, he's Albizzi, and that's Bobarano, right? You've done so much talking that we can already tell you apart by your voices.
Aren't we missing someone, though? The guy who led us here to begin with?
Who?
And thus was born the long-awaited fellowship, destined to uncover the truth of the past. Allow me to quote, if I may, in the history of Constellation Metropole, a new page has begun.
Him.
Well, there's no 4th person, so which of you is the ventriloquist? Come on, out with it.
We've never heard that voice before, but he sounds like he'd be good at reading bedtime stories to children.
Well, whoever it is, I don't know and I don't care. Forget about him. We have far more important things to focus on. Like, where our journey goes from here.
That key you hold is the pivot point about which the past and present of the Metropole revolve.
However, between our three clans, there is some dispute over the historical record.
Each clan has its own version of history, detailing the clan's origins and the tale of the Dragon of Old, and unfortunately, we don't know which one is the truth.
Dragon? You mean the one that's been acting up recently?
Oh, no, not that one, you adorable little pixie. When I say Dragon of Old...
He means a dragon that would be really, really old if it was still with us today, but it was defeated in ancient times. The new one has nothing to do with our clan history.
Was that supposed to be a joke? Anyway, so you've been waiting for someone to remove the key so you can finally explore the truth of the past?
Not just explore it, but argue incessantly about it. Honestly, I don't care that much. Cape's the one who's always bothering us about it.
What we need to figure out is who resolved the dragon crisis. We have to know that before we can decide which is the supreme clan.
The moment you removed the key from where it was lodged, you became the honorary Marquis. We humbly beseech you, noble Outlander.
Call me Aya.
Noble Traveler Marquis, we ask you to help us. You and your talking Puss in Boots and the pale floating pixie.
Puss in Boots? Are you serious? It's better than demon feline, but still.
Embrace it, my friend, embrace it. Most cats don't wear boots or speak, do they?
I'm not even a cat, I'm a Nekomata. Now that you know the word, I expect you to use it.
Please allow me to lead you all to a sacred memorial site. It will be much easier to explain what needs to be done once we are there. This place is sacred to my clan. It's where our brave forefathers once took up arms against the Dragon of Old. After a bitter battle that dragged on for many days and nights, finally, our forefathers fought the dragon into submission, and it fled. They took turns, though. Some forefathers worked the day shift, while others worked the night shift.
So they worked shifts while the poor dragon had to work around the clock?
So they say. It's just a legend, though.
Wait a second? Did I just hear you admit that your clan's history is just a legend?
History, legend, who cares? My clan was definitely courageous, that's the point. That's the truth. And isn't the truth what we've all been arguing about non-stop for all these years?
Cape's words gave the traveler food for thought. Could it be that the truth in a fictional world is equivalent to fiction in the real world? But that would have to wait. Apparently, Cape was not alone in his pilgrimage to this sacred site. Unwanted company had arrived.
Uh-oh.
The traveler and the talking cat, Nekomata, decided to teach them some manners.
Alright.
Wow. A true display of heroism and valor. It was as...
Oh!
Your martial prowess and show of courage are a more vivid reenactment of my ancestors' feats that suit the modern aesthetic.
I accidentally killed the enemies too quickly. Oh well, it's fine.
Now, let's get down to business. As we all know, time is but an illusion. Time may flow line by line, page by page, or frame by frame, but usually it flows in the form of springs and gears.
And that clockwork key you have in your hand can turn back time and make the past reappear.
Well, actually, my view is that the illusion of time is more of a problem of consciousness. Gears power the body, while the body is the vessel of the conscious mind. But the mind cannot understand the dimension of time, so we experience instead an endless continuum of moments as the pinion of now turns along the rack of ages.
I'm getting flashbacks to when I was delivering packages to the Sumeru Academia.
A teacher once asked Albizzi what his greatest fear was, and he replied, dragons. Boberano was asked the same question. He replied, time, and repeated the argument we just heard. The teacher then turned to Cape and posed the same question. He replied, Boberano.
The manuscript that tells the truth of the historical record, the blueprint to all of creation, the work of the great mage themselves. It can be found at the beginning of the Girak, and on the very first page of the book.
Paimon didn't follow all that, but basically, you're just saying that we need to put the key in and turn it all the way back?
Exactly. It is said that in the beginning, the goddess of creation took the goddess of fate's manuscript as a blueprint, placed it under the goddess of prophecy's starry realm, and generated the world from a few magic arrays. So in a few moments, when the great clockwork key turns the local time here back to the very beginning, we will restore the magic arrays back to their original configurations.
Hold on, isn't stealing part of the blueprint of creation a little dangerous? Also, how are we supposed to know the original configurations of the magic arrays?
Well, the general shapes of the configurations have been passed down over the ages. They now form the family crests of each of our clans. So you'll just need to reference my family crest and join the dots accordingly.
Oh, I see it. So this?
To address your other concern, when the house has already been built, do you really think that taking away the construction crew and blueprint will cause it to collapse?
The Traveler Marquis prepares to insert the great clockwork key into the nearby keyhole.
Alright. Now wind it up, use the same method. Okay, give it a good old whack or two. Yeah, okay.
I guess we should start here?
What's this? There you go.
Is this?
Behold, the sacred writings that record the truth of... No, wait. That have shaped the truth of history. Gather round and let us bear witness.
Alright. Oh boy. Well, it's more squished, so it's probably less text than what the scroll bar makes me think. Goddess's Manuscript 1. Brave Francois mounted the haystack, picked up a fork, and planted it times down atop the mountain of grass. Behind him was a large, bright moon. He shouted out the names of everyone in the village. The village chief was first to be named, and so frightened was he that he wished to climb up the haystack and stop up Francois's mouth. Are you crazy? You're yelling so loudly the dragon might show up. You good-for-nothing. Have you not seen how the windmill everyone built has been destroyed by the dragon? And here you are, worrying if it'll return? Francois really would have loved to kick him off the haystack, but held back given that the chief too was worried for the villagers' safety. Francois saw that nigh all the villagers had arrived, and so he cleared his throat. Dear neighbors and kin, think you still that we must endure this? No, of course not, but we cannot do anything about the dragon, said the grocer. Who says so? Did I not leap onto its neck from the windmill blades, stepping on it twice, and did it not fall down and flee? Perhaps everyone worked so hard to build the mill that was destroyed, everyone's emotions became inflamed. Lifting up their fists, they decided to possibly take on the dragon. But Francois lifted his own hands and calmed the crowd. Let us go home for today, everyone. Everyone's present. Lack of self-preservation is not bravery, but rather wrath. If we yet desire to face danger after calming ourselves, only then may we truthfully call our sentiment valor. So everyone went home. The next day, there were still many youngsters who wished to follow Francois to take on the wicked dragon. Who would have known that the valiant possessed the protection of the goddess's radiant charter, encountering true valor? The dragon could neither spout fire nor slash with claws, and was forced to allow the other party to call pauses and switch personnel. And so, after several days and nights of fierce fighting, the wicked dragon could no longer bear it, and chose to surrender. AA.
Feast your eyes, rejoice, and cheer, for this is the unquestionable truth. Look at the signature. Nobody is capable of forging that.
I don't believe it. So, all along, our histories have been false?
Don't lose heart, Albizzi. It does not follow from his is true that ours are false.
That might be the most bogus logic I've ever heard. But keep up the mental gymnastics, Boberano. I've been waiting for that look of jealousy on your face my whole life, and I'm gonna savor it.
And yet, it seemed that this conundrum could indeed have more than one solution. Everyone agreed that there may be more than one truth. The party decided to visit the sacred sites of the other clans and see what their documents had to say.
Isn't a narrator supposed to remain detached and objective? It feels like you're forcing a narrative agenda on us here. Well, whatever. I'm in a good mood. Let's do it. The instructions say to repeat the process 3 times, and besides, I'm looking forward to watching you both be sorely disappointed.
Let's do my clan next. I'll lead the way.
We'll need the key again, right? Let me see if I can pull it out. Yoink!
Alright. Okay, we have the manuscript. Okay. Oh, now that I think about it, the, oops, not that. Oh, don't press the wrong button. Now that I think about it, these have expiration. And just a guess, I'm gonna guess that the day this is gone is when the next patch is gonna happen. Oh, we had to go all the way into the city. Okay, we'll teleport. So literally the end of August is when the next big update is gonna happen. I hope I can play it though, because I think I'm gonna be busy starting in August, at least halfway through the month, so I don't know if I'll have time. We'll figure it out when I get there. I don't want to think about it right now.
The party finds no pedestal in which to place the great clockwork key, only a locked door.
Where's your clan's pedestal? Oh, let me guess, you hid it away in advance to save yourself the embarrassment of having it exposed as a fake?
You done? Okay. Now, since my clan's main claim to fame is...
Misinformation, half-truths, and fabrication.
Ah, shut up, Cape.
Shut up, Cape.
I swear, if I wind up dead one day, the murderer was Boberano. Let those be my last words.
My clan's claim to fame is that we outwitted the dragon of old and stole its treasure. Ergo, all articles of value that we own, including the pedestal for the clockwork key, lie behind that door.
So, next step is open the door?
Almost. There's one step before that. The door is protected by a smart interrogation system. We have to answer its questions, and if we get them wrong, we will alert law enforcement.
Okay.
Jeez. Well, do you at least know the answers?
The correction fluid of time has dyed white the pages of the Book of Wisdom. No, I don't know the answers.
Oh dear.
But worry not. I had a quick word with the constabulary in advance. They'll ignore the alarm if we get the questions wrong, so answer without fear.
Kind of reminds me of those, like... It's like if you're trying to find your password and you somehow forget your question. The answers to your own questions. Oh my god. Anyways. There's no response from the door, and nothing unusual about it. Knock on the door.
Question 1. Who is it?
Oh my gosh. What? So we could say, police open up. We're here for a routine inventory check, or we say we're, Aya Marquise and her retinue. What?
The great yokai, Nekomata in boots. And the trusty travel guide, Pixie. Travel guide. Trusty travel guide.
Question 2. By which virtue did the ancients defeat the dragon?
What? Courage and strength, hard work and wealth, or wisdom. Oh gosh. I kind of forgot. If it was in the paper, I mean. Hard. This?
Oh, no, don't say that. Even though the writings you saw do prove that bravery has its uses.
You do realize we can hear everything you're saying, right?
If you say it out loud, you'll only set those three off arguing again. Thinking it is fine, but please promise me you won't say it.
Alright.
Question 2. By which virtue did the ancients defeat the dragon?
Hard work and wealth, or wisdom? Is it this one? Bro, what am I gonna click?
To be completely honest, hard work is a bit of an alien concept to us here in the Constellation Metropole. We have hardware and we have clockwork, but not hard work.
Question 2. By which virtue did the ancients defeat the dragon?
Wisdom?
If this is the right answer, I swear I'll...
Correct!
What? A barefaced lie. So low.
Question 3. Which is more real? The fiction of the outside world, or the truth of this world?
Well, this is deep. I don't know. Both are false, or perhaps both are equally real? Well, in real life, fiction is fiction, thus not real, but in the game, at least in this context, I don't know. Perhaps both are equal? Question mark. Oh, equally real?
Hear, hear! Who can be sure that the outside world isn't just a dream? And that when the dreamer wakes up, they won't just find themselves inside a novel? There is no way to know, therefore both are equally real.
All correct. You may have the key pedestal.
Traveler Marquis, you know what must be done. Please insert the great clockwork key. Oh, and this is my family crest.
Okay. Okay, I see what it is. Also, hello in chat. just... Okay, to double check the angle of this. So I could figure this out. Technically it says this is... Oh, I see the multiple... Okay, I get it. I'm trying to look at this because I had to figure out the angle. Okay, I know I have to hit the thing. I'm just trying to figure out which angle this goes by. I think it is this end, and then... Yeah, I'm doing good. Okay, I think it's here, and then... Wait, we have to figure out which one's the start. I'll probably make it easier. Oh, that's the starting point. Or am I... Oh, wait, no. Maybe I have to go backwards.
Do we really need this one?
I think I get it. What? There you go.
Now, let me see what elaborate fiction the Clan of Wisdom was able to conjure up.
If anyone's listening, I would like to submit these as my last words. I surrender. I'm the one who murdered Tappy.
Alright. Goddess's Manuscript 2. Wise Antonio, in the basement of the crumbling house, began reading the ancient book he had found. His oil lamp shook from time to time as the swaying structure above ground collapsed. The village was to be symbolically raised by the dragon, and he had been chosen by the dragon, where he had not returned home. But Antonio did not care. He only wished to study the book the old lady had given him on the bridge he passed today. This book was titled the Radiant something... Based on this, I'm guessing it's Charter? And within was something, like, recorded, maybe? Was recorded all... Recorded? Maybe? I don't know. All the rules that every being, maybe, in Simulanka must follow. It was written in the language of world's creation at the very start, and if Antonio was not possessed of extraordinary wisdom and deciphered this primordial text, there would have been no study to be had. This book recorded no solutions as to resolving the difficulty that Constellation Satellite presently faced, nor did it contain any hexes that could aid Antonio in repairing his own home. But he knew that wisdom was the mightiest thing in the world. The morning light shone through the ruins of his home, and neighboring blacksmith and chubby chief took great pains to get rid of the house's wreckage, which blocked the basement hatch. With dark circles about his eyes, Antonio said to the chubby chief. Gosh, why am I not reading the I in that word? Anyways, I shall defeat the dragon. I will return soon. Are you sure you're all right? You don't look like you got any sleep. Just smoke from the oil lamp. Don't worry about it. The dragon sat atop a mountain of treasures, gazing down at insignificant little Antonio walking closer. Flames gathered in its throat, preparing to burn the area 1 centimeter before him, all the better to scare this puny, foolish creature away. Halt! I'm a qualified second-class Meister. The Radiant Charter states that should I refuse a duel, you cannot use force. This restriction did indeed exist, and so the wicked dragon swallowed its flames whole. Ah, how it dreaded going to the toilet tomorrow. What? Antonio, for his part, had not expected that the second-class rust-clearing Meister qualification exam he had taken on a lark would come in useful. And since I am a second-class Meister, I propose a duel of riddles. You cannot refuse. Now, Simulanka had just such a law, mainly for the benefit of sphinxes, old sages, and princesses who wished to make life hard for others. The evil dragon had not expected this rule to catch up with it. I shall ask the first question. My house sold for 8,000 mora yesterday, but I thought there was room to raise the price. So I bought it back for 9,000, planning to sell it for 10,000. How much mora did I lose in the end? The dragon laughed in contempt. What's so hard about that? You could have waited until it hit 10,000 to make your move, but you sold for 8 and bought for 9. So you lost 1,000 mora that you could have earned instead. Wrong. You burned my house down yesterday, and I couldn't sell it in time, so I have lost far more. Sorry. I mean, I do have to burn a house, and you happen not to be home. So I might as well hit one that doesn't result in any loss of life. Now that you've lost this contest, I have the right to loot of the same value as your life, minus 1 mora. And considering that you've burned my house, I can seek damages. Let's assume that my house is worth just 1 mora. Well then, wicked dragon, you know what to do with yourself. Please spare me. I'll give you anything. Your word's not mine, Antonio said as he pulled out a contract he had written long ago. Thus did Antonio use his wisdom to take all the evil dragon's treasures. The dragon, devastated, would never again return to attack Constellation Satellite where Antonio lived. Many years later, a child asked Antonio, "You sold your place for 8,000 and spent 9,000 buying it back. So it looks like you actually did lose 1,000 mora?" AA.
Look! My clan's history is true as well! There's that same unforgeable signature again, right here!
What? Oh, does this mean that my clan is the only odd one out?
Given that my clan's wisdom is such a subject of ridicule in your eyes, I will now appeal to my own personal intelligence, which I believe far surpasses that of my clan at large, and make a prediction. It seems likely that the claims made by each of our clans regarding their history and virtue are all true.
Oberano? How can that be?
Oh, I get what's going on. Once, when I was drinking with Gujiyai, she bet me a round of dried fish that I couldn't guess which cup the umeboshi was under. Whichever one I guessed, I was always wrong, and Gujiyai would lift a different cup to reveal the umeboshi. But then, I learned later from one of the shrine maidens, Miyuki, that all of the cups had an umeboshi under them. Just goes to show, I still got a long way to go before I become a great yokai.
Oh, don't mind Fox Lady. That's just her way of teasing you.
Actually, that reminds me. We can now open these 3 treasure chests. And unlike the guessing game you mentioned, this one's not a trick.
Cool. Well, once you've plundered the last of Boberano's family wealth, we can go to my clan's place.
Well, that's one way to
Guess
put
I'll
it.
take the clockwork key again then. Yoink!
Alright.
Is this an answer from this world?
Alright. Where? Up there. Okay. Let's get a little bit closer. Still a little bit sick, but I think I'm managing the reading pretty well. Unlike yesterday, where my throat actually got real bad near the end. Giant guards. I'll kick everyone out.
the cohort of truth seekers followed Albizzi to his clan's sacred site. They arrived to the site of a giant guard towering over them.
Up ahead is my clan's gigantified guard. He can be a little pig-headed, and he's incredibly strong. Your weapons won't even scratch him.
Wait, but wasn't Kappei's clan the one that's all about strength? So, what do you guys believe in then?
Oh, the guard is one of Kappei's people. Size is a coveted trait in the clan of strength, after all. Mine is the clan of empathy, and our key contribution is growth serum.
What's empathetic about that?
Our ancestors believed that, just maybe, the dragon of old didn't mean us any harm at all. Perhaps the dragon simply didn't notice us, since we are so very tiny. So, they drank the growth serum and grew even larger than the dragon. Then, they set the dragon down, calmly explained their perspective, and eventually taught it how to empathize. The serum isn't what it once was, though. Nowadays, it doesn't make you grow all that much, and it actually makes you lose your empathy. So, I advise we take a detour.
Oh my gosh.
Despite Albizzi's words of caution, somebody, no doubt, has other ideas. Surely we could avoid a conflict with the guard, they think to themselves, if we could just try to understand one another. You could, of course, just take the path to your left and go around. But some people are gluttons for punishment. It's all part of the experience, I suppose.
Okay. I love the narrator. Honestly, I like narrators that are like... it's like they're...
Why is my own clan treating me like a villain?
You've been away too long. We all have. Feels like we've been waiting forever.
Anyways, it's like, yeah, like their own internal, like comment. I wouldn't say internal, but they're not, like, speaking out loud, technically, but, you know. Like, one fanfiction I read was essentially, like, the narrator is snarky, and it's amazing. I love the way it's done in that particular fanfiction as well. And also games that do the same thing. Like Stanley Parable and this one other... I forgot the name of the game, but there was this other game, too, that was just great. As well.
We should be getting close.
Why is this place so full of junk? Are you the kind of people who never throw away the box when you buy something because you're worried you won't be able to return it without the original packaging? We'll never find the Oracle Pillars in all this mess.
Never mind that. We have a more pressing issue. It seems there's a slight problem with my clan's family crest. The Marquis may need to utilize their wisdom to solve the issue.
Oh. Wait, no, I think I can see it fine. It's just this, right?
Wisdom too, huh? Well, you guys have a bit of everything, don't ya? Except empathy.
Ouch. Alright.
Over here! I found it!
Ah.
Yes! Keep the noise down! We don't want to alert the guard.
I need to see the thing. Yeah, there's one inside there.
I'll go keep watch.
Can't you destroy the boxes a little more quietly?
I don't think you could destroy boxes more quietly than that. Alright, so here, okay, so... Oh, wait, no. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, that... This...
A reward on the...
This is the last one.
Alright. Oh dear. Well, time to read. Okay, Goddess's Manuscript 3. Galileo and Alberto did many good deeds again today. Though it was most tiring to help the old lady on the bridge move her barrels of hard apple cider, they each got a small barrel as their reward. The moonlight was unobstructed and beautiful, and the two good friends climbed up the high wall that had been built to stave the evil dragon off. Alberto lost the rock, paper, scissors match, so he had to hold the barrel of cider under the crook of his arm as they climbed the ladder. Look, this is the big house that our chubby chief was so proud of. Doesn't look so big from here, huh? Said Alberto as he looked at the house. You're wrong. That's my house, said Galileo. The chief's house is that one. Alberto's night vision was not all that good, and moonlight could never compare to daylight. If one were to close one's eyes, the light could not be seen at all. He tried a little harder, but could discern nothing more. But it's also really small, Galileo continued, so there's nothing wrong with your statement. Galileo and Alberto were both rather perceptive people. Galileo's reply covered for Alberto's discomfort, I think it's the actual spelling, regarding his poor vision, while Alberto also lost the rock, paper, scissors match on purpose, so that he could carry the cider barrel, because the gears under Galileo's ribs were injured. Here's to you. The two friends raised a toast once Alberto stuffed the cork back into the barrel. The next day, the two gathered everyone in the village plaza. First, they apologized for the collapse of the anti-dragon wall and told all the people that they were preparing to have a talk with the evil dragon. I know it was a lot of work for everyone to fix that wall, but we're not that fussed about it anyway, the chubby chief said, but are you sure you're not bragging when you say you knocked it down yourselves? Of course, that was not the chief's point. He too was a good person, he continued. Also, it's too dangerous to seek the dragon out. Don't worry about us. And so, the two best friends in the whole world departed. The evil dragon trembled before Alberto and Galileo. For some reason, the old lady's liquor could make people grow very, very large. That was how they accidentally squashed the high walls the previous night. As they gazed down at the ground far below, they more or less understood how the dragon thought. No wonder it could accidentally destroy the village at its feet. So as long as they could get the dragon to notice people, they could surely come to an understanding. The two friends thus drank all the remaining magic cider, becoming even larger than the dragon by a good margin. Reeking of alcohol, they sandwiched the dragon between them and drunkenly tried reasoning with it. The dragon something rivaled up in terror. All of its majesty or I think, and fell aura forever gone indeed. It even looked kind of pitiful. Alberto attempted to pick dirt off the scales on the dragon's back, but wound up picking off an entire scale. The dragon sought to flee, but Galileo, fearing that the crisis might persist for 10,000 years more if the misunderstanding was not cleared up, tugged its tail and dragged it right back. To be honest, we've always lived under your feet, but we are far too small, so you may not have ever seen us. Now, we've transformed and become, big, Galileo said. So now, surely you must know that we dwell at your feet. The dragon nodded repeatedly, and thus did the two and the dragon chat all night, and believing the goal of mutual understanding achieved, the two set off along the road home. AA.
The signature. So it's true. Empathy is one of the founding virtues of Constellation Metropole, too.
Just as we suspected, all three are the truth.
Okay. Well, this is a lot to process. I feel a little empty inside. Yes, we found the truth, but there's too much truth.
I get you. It's like in Inazuma, when there were only 6 books in the Mirage Warrior series, it was really popular. But by the time book number 88 came out, nobody wanted to read it. They all lost interest.
Oh my gosh.
A brief moment of joy is drowned out by a growing feeling of melancholy. But perhaps there is a glimmer of hope to be found too? Anyone? Anyone? All right, I'll say it. How is it the case that these 3 versions of history can all be true at once?
That's exactly what Paimon was wondering, but Boborano kind of already explained it away earlier. So Paimon was worried she'd look stupid for asking the question.
It's not a stupid question at all, my dear little pixie. While I did postulate that different truths may coexist, there is an issue when it comes to these 3 truths in particular. The problem is, all 3 truths are the history of the exact same thing, namely the dragon and the Metropole's origins. Yet all 3 bear the signature, showing that they're genuine.
Suddenly, the sound of a bell rings out.
The bell! It rang once! What does that mean again? Ah, yes! Highest level of emergency! Everyone, to the main entrance! Stat! Bring all the glue traps and place them outside the gates!
The whole city is on the lookout, and there's only one way out. It's the path right in front of you.
Alright. Oh gosh. Almost slipped.
Why'd they ring the bell anyway? Also, why is 1 ring the highest level of emergency?
Obviously because you have to respond fast when it's an emergency. It'd be a bit too late if they waited till the 99th ring.
Oh well.
They're outside! After them!
Oh noes. Oh dear. Thread.
We made it out. Don't know if we'll still be needing this clockwork key, but I yoinked it out before we ran, just in case.
Okay, but back to the truth problem. There are 3 conflicting versions of the truth, and somehow they're all still true. What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I doubt anyone here in Simulanka could make sense of it. All we do know is that any manuscript bearing her signature has to be valid.
Well, she is the goddess of fate, the creator of all this. And all these manuscripts are her grand design.
The reason we argued about who was right was that we didn't know enough about the truth of the past. But now we have the truth. So we just have to accept it. As surely as we will follow the clockwork path designed for us, so is this the course that history has taken. It is clear and incontrovertible.
We will never argue again. Thank you all.
Is that all there is to it? Is this where the decision made at the first crossroads of destiny has led us to? A pointlessly happy ending? Overthinking it would be equally pointless. Well, that's enough for one day. Time to take a break.
Could you be any more cryptic? You're planning something. Paimon knows it.
Whatever happens, today was a breakthrough in my journey of discovery. I will go back and share it with my clan.
Me too.
And me.
Let's leave it there for today then. I'm sure we'll find out what else Mr. Narrator has planned for us tomorrow.
Alright, wait until after 8 the next day. Okay, let's do that. My throat.
What a beautiful day, thought the traveller, before she was overcome by a creeping sense of foreboding. The voice in her head grew louder. Must go to Pendulum Lane.
Something appears to have happened.
Pendulum Lane is just up ahead. Something must have happened here after all. Everyone's crowded around.
Oh dear. Oh gosh.
Oh my god, this is terrible! I don't understand. The three great clans of Constellation Metropole have finally made peace with each other. Who could have done this?
What happened? Oh no, someone's lying on the ground. Cappe!
How did this happen?
Cappe, you idiot! Wake up! You need to revise your last words or everyone's gonna start suspecting me!
Last words? What did he say?
If I wind up dead one day, the murderer was Boberano.
Ugh, you could have at least pretended to not remember it.
I'm sorry, Boberano, but this is an interrogation. I have to give the detective straight answers.
Don't worry, Boberano. I don't consider you a suspect, nor do I have the authority to charge anyone with a crime. So, are you the last people to have had contact with him?
Yes?
My sincere condolences. You were travel companions, right? Oh, it's a real tragedy. I'm afraid he'll be out cold for another hour and a half, at least.
Huh?
Yeah, I know. It's despicable. Hitting someone in the back of the head is the second worst act of cruelty there is. The first being replacing their gear oil with extra strong glue.
So, Cappe's not dead?
His gears, metal frame and shell are all still in excellent condition. It's just his energy supply that's been all messed up. Wait. But surely you can't be suggesting that just because Cappe isn't broken, there's no need to go looking for the culprit.
No! There's a need! Huge need!
Unfortunately, this is rapidly turning into a cold case. There's no evidence and no witnesses. Unless there's an official clockwork pedestal, the goddess of prophecy around here somewhere. Excuse me. Then suddenly the long-lost dragon of old flew across the sky.
Where?
I didn't see anything. Wait, why can't I move?
No, my mistake. It was just a cloud. Or a bird. Or something. If only we could turn time backwards and replay the crime.
Isn't that one of those, clockwork socket things right behind you?
So it is. No wonder everyone here is suddenly struggling to move. Traveller, if you please, let's recreate the crime scene.
Okay. Turn it. Watch history repeat itself. What the? Oh my god.
Crime scene's too chaotic. I can't make heads or tails of it.
Okay. I'm just... Huh.
Well, that clears it up. Cappe was walking along the street, and he suddenly collapsed. He was faking it.
What? So case closed? Aren't you supposed to investigate a little more first?
Well, we literally replayed the crime scene and saw it with our own eyes. There's no need for any evidence gathering or powers of deduction now. And besides, maybe the truth is inherently strange by nature. Like how Constellation Metropole has 3 histories, each of which is the truth.
But didn't you say Cappe was struck in the back of the head and knocked unconscious?
For all I know, he could have bashed his head against a toilet bowl before leaving the house, then walked here in a daze before finally passing out. As for why he might have done that, my guess is... With the Supreme Clan question left unanswered and the tension in Constellation Metropole suddenly wiped away, he was looking to create a new source of conflict. Only then would the city feel alive again.
Do we really think he's capable of that, though? Sounds like a pretty complicated conspiracy for the average Simulanka resident.
Traveler, something about the crime scene isn't sitting right with me. It just seems unnatural. Also, anything outside of the immediate area won't have appeared in the replay. Is it possible that something was missing from the scene? Why don't we search the area?
Wait, what are you doing?
Oh, we're gonna head to Cappe's house to check the toilet bowl for signs of an impact.
Alright, okay, oh boy, we have quite a bit. Okay, search. Oh?
A pickaxe? What is it doing all the way down here? There's gotta be a story behind it. Let's take it.
Okay.
There's a strange potion bottle here. Looks so weird. Let's take it.
Alright. Oh, right. It makes sense to ask about it.
Come here. Whatever it is you were looking to buy, please do come back tomorrow. It's just, I have to close early today. A bottle of growth serum has gone missing. If someone's stolen it with the intention of harming others, the consequences could be disastrous. There's a whole investigation into it, so I gotta close the shop while I do an inventory count. If it turns out I'm wrong and I miscounted, I could be charged with filing a false report and disturbing the peace.
Okay, so that's what the bottles are.
You're not from these parts, are you? Just visiting?
Yep, that's right. Why? What's up?
Ah, well, I was gonna offer you a great job in the Titanium mines. A safe and secure working environment.
Doesn't sound very safe. At least not as safe as being a courier.
To keep the titanium ore intact, we use specially designed pickaxes that can't cut through it. Even if you struck a person with it, it wouldn't so much as leave a scratch. And in terms of labor intensity, the work has been rated as Class 2 physical labor by a reputable organization. Even cats can do it.
I'm not. Never mind. I give up.
Welcome to Paimon's world.
Mind you, I don't know what happened today, but somehow a pickaxe has gone missing. Maybe one of the giant guards broke it down, so someone took it to perform a rapid resuscitation procedure.
Sounds pretty brutal for a first aid technique. Still, a missing pickaxe. Huh. Is it just me, Traveler, or does it seem kinda suspicious?
I think I'm sorta understanding how this might have happened. First, let's get more clues.
Hello there. Have you seen my spear by any chance? Someone was shouting about a dragon a minute ago, and I instinctively threw it into the sky. Yeah.
There's a spear here. It looks so mysterious. Let's take it.
Let's say one of these was the weapon used in the assault. Which one do you think it is?
The pickaxe?
If it was the pickaxe, Cappe sure is lucky it's not still lodged in his head.
Actually, you're wrong there, Paimon. The foreman at the mine was just saying, this kind of pickaxe is designed not to damage titanium, so it couldn't cause any superficial damage to residents here. But you could probably knock someone out if you hit them hard enough, and it wouldn't leave a scratch. Let's take this back to the crime scene and replay it one more time.
Ah, you're back. How was the toilet at Cappe's house?
Toilet? What about it? Oh, yeah, forget that.
Show the pickaxe.
What's this about? What are you trying to say?
We thought the way Cappe fell looked odd, so we searched the area for suspicious items and found this. It could have been deliberately placed out of range of the crime scene so it wouldn't show up when we replayed it. Now we've retrieved it, we were gonna replay it again. You don't mind, do you?
Oh, I just remembered I forgot to turn off the clockwork switch in my kitchen. Yeah, I think I'll just,
Yeah.
Oh, no, you stay right there.
I don't think you could move, though, because you guys are kind of frozen in place. Alright.
We should be good now.
Alright. What the? Okay. Okay, we're watching everything happen. What the?
So you're the attacker!
Well.
So, it was you!
I would congratulate you for cracking the case, but since I did such an abysmal job of covering my tracks, it didn't exactly have your work cut out for you. So, all I can say is... Catch me if you can!
Alright. Oh.
We have a runner! That's it! Let me at him!
The would-be Marquis of Carabas dispatched the Necromancer in boots, who ran off in pursuit of the poor little minion. The minion's poor little lower back was protesting painfully against the intense physical activity. He decided to take the elevator, giving him a moment to catch his breath. Really? His lower back asked. But the minion had no other choice. He resolved to make the jump down. By this point, the Necromancer in boots was gasping for air. The minion was huffing and puffing, even more loudly. But we'll ignore that.
I'm not! Don't underestimate the gold-level courier of the Komania Express!
Oh gosh. I know. Oh gosh.
A characteristically catty response from the Necromancer. Tell me, what do you hope to gain from bullying me?
I get to let off some steam!
Oh my gosh. Oh god.
Ha-ha! You fell into my trap. In fact, all the glue in this world is created by me, using my narrator powers. I make it and the residents just gather what they need.
Oh gosh.
Rats! Oh, I'm so jealous of you guys right now. You can just jump out of your shoes and keep running, but Wait, I'm wearing boots this time. Yes!
The unnamed minion made a last-ditch escape attempt. He began his long climb, up the wall, the tall wall. He began his long climb up the tall wall.
Do you call that a tall wall? In Urgent Neko parcel mode, I'll scale it in no time.
I'm beat. I surrender.
You've got nowhere left to run.
All right. I confess.
That was fast.
Getting caught by you here was a backup plan. I don't know if what I've done will make things better or not. Time to come clean. I am the narrator, the one who's been guiding you all this time.
Yeah, I figured. Or we could say, gasp, shock, my mind is blown. Yeah, we kind of guessed it.
Okay. I guess my voice acting skills have some room for improvement. Anyway, I only did what I did because...
Why are you suddenly spilling the beans?
I poured my heart and soul into all this. I was worried you wouldn't ask. The truth is, I was one of the first conscious beings ever made by the goddess of creation. And I've known for a long time that this whole world is just a fairy tale written by the goddess of fate. I know they say that fairy tales are just made up for kids to read, but I refuse to believe that fairy tales are just fictional stories and nothing more. The reason why Constellation Metropole has 3 origin stories is that the goddess of fate wrote 3 drafts and couldn't decide which one she liked best. Then her cat trod all over them, and they all got crumpled together, so the 3 worlds just sort of folded into one.
Oh my gosh.
The goddess of fate was torn between them anyway, since she couldn't decide which ending was best for the dragon or the kids. So when she saw what the cat had done, she simply decided to go with all 3.
Who'd have thought? Well, what does any of this have to do with what you did?
You're not a fictional character, so you couldn't hope to understand my sorrow. Honestly, I don't think there's anyone in all of Simulanka who would understand. Every day that I experience, every interaction I have with another person, is it really all just a work of fiction? The only reason the 3 great clans wanted to find out the truth was for the pointless task of electing the supreme clan. I thought that once they'd learned the truth, it might make them curious enough to investigate further. But as it turned out, they just accepted it and carried on living the same old lives. I have to motivate them to keep looking for answers now that they think they've learned the truth. I have to make them uncomfortable with the superficial explanation that they took at face value. And I have to figure out, once and for all, while you real people from the outside world are still here, are we real?
Aww.
That's my full confession. Time for you to take me back. I'm guessing I'll probably be forced to make a public apology, then sentenced to half a day in solitary confinement. I definitely deserve half a day. Oh, also, pass this message on to Cape, Bobarano, and Albizzi, if you could. The Great Clockwork Key was originally put in place jointly by the ancestors of the 3 clans. If the 3 of them had any ability to cooperate whatsoever, they'd have been able to remove it by themselves. Over all these years, not once have they ever tried removing it together.
Oh, my poor child. There's one thing you've been mistaken about this whole time.
Ah! Whose voice is that? Detective? Was that you? Your voice acting's actually pretty good.
The reason fairy tales are suitable for children is that they help them to understand the world. Fairy tales may be works of fiction, but at their heart lies an internal logic that is undoubtedly real-world truth in a condensed form. Perhaps they simplify good and evil, and perhaps they hide the darkness in metaphors. But let there be no doubt. The world within fairy tales is as real as can be, and by extension, you and your compatriots are also real.
Goddess! Is it really you?
The line that separates footnotes from narrative can never be crossed. Never the two shall meet. This is why you have never heard my voice before. But now you wish to break free from the story, and there's a cat nearby, so you can hear my echo.
Necromora!
Just your echo?
Oh, poor detective.
So, we are a part of the real world too.
You lead the surrendered detective back to Kappa. So we need a shot of the crime scene for evidence, a mugshot of the suspect for the records, and a photo of the heroes for posterity. The garden molded over. 3 photos is overkill. Let's just get one big group photo at the crime scene. Suspect, try and look more serious. Heroes, more natural, please. Happy smiles. But no smiling from the victim or their friends and family, thank you. No, don't get up. Stay on the ground. We need to capture the crime scene as is. 3, 2, 1, say cheese. Weirdest photo experience of my life. I'm gonna take his.
My head's spinning. Albizzi just gave me a quick rundown of the situation. So you caught the detective?
Sorta. We chased him until he surrendered. Oh, and he asked us to pass on a message.
Does he really think we didn't try that? 'Cause we did, after 6 months in that place.
That was my bad. I thought it was a stupid idea at the time, so I didn't really exert myself.
I also sort of stopped trying after 3 years.
Never mind. I'm partly to blame as well. On the second attempt, I just hugged the key and pretended like I was pulling as hard as I could.
You guys are so lazy. My granny's neighbor's pet cat has nothing on you, and it spends all day, every day sunbathing.
Anyway, you said you heard the voice of the Goddess of Fate at the end? That's amazing.
There is a world beyond our own after all.
What would you guys say to taking a trip to the outside world sometime? Otherwise, I got bashed in the back of the head for nothing.
Depends. Do either of you know how to get there? But yes, I agree we should go. And not invite the detective, just to annoy him. But maybe the reason we've never worried about whether we're real or not is that, unlike him, we weren't there to witness the creation of this world. We've never had any reason to doubt that we're real. If someone ever convinced me that these delightful dimwits, Cape and Albizzi, weren't real, I'd be devastated.
Oh wait, we still have something? Texas Coda. Wait until 2 days later. After everything has come to an end, it's time to spare a thought for how to deal with the great clockwork key. It's not like you can just hold on to it. Okay, this will be the last thing I do, since it's like... It is the last part of this quest, I believe. Okay, yeah, we basically finished this, but this seems like the last little bit after the quest. So, what even is going on here? Anyways, let's do this. Wait until 2 days later. That is so weird. I never figured out why. The one time I like was doing this, and then oh, whatever. Anyways. Alright. Okay. Go all the way back. Alright. Okay, this will take a bit. Oh gosh, stamina. Careful. There you go. Well, if it isn't Marcus Carabas, along with her cat and little fairy? I think we should probably stop this now. Surely it's time that Aya and I drop these roles. In theory, it should all be over now, but I remember hearing that the point of the ceremony was to help people transition from one mental state to another. To bid farewell to the title of Mark of Carabas once and for all. You can bring things to a close with a touch of formality. As the Nekomata bids farewell to her boots, through the reflection are we wiser to the nature of the truth. Okay. Well, nothing really much happened here after we put it back. Anyways, yeah, that seems to be it. Nothing else. And, of course, there's obviously the rest of the event, but, obviously that's saved for later streams. And also the fact that, obviously the next part's in a few days. I think this is also a good place to end things here. I know I didn't do the, this thing. I think I'll do that next time. Or I do it on my own time, because I typically do those, do these, like, battle things on my own. You know. But, I'll probably save it for next time, especially since, I'm going on for almost 4 hours, and I don't want to go on too long. And, also, what about the other thing? Because there's another one here. Oh, this isn't through... Well, 4 days, actually. It says unlock after 3 days, but once it's technically, like, well, once the 3's gone, it's, like, 24 hours left or something, so... Yeah, I'll be available after that day. Yeah, I'll end things here for today. So next time, okay, so next time will be part 3, where we should be going to this last area. And also, I will do the mini games and do some exploration as well, because it doesn't seem like there's going to be another quest until the 4th day or something. I don't know. And I will also do, obviously I'll do the minigame stuff as well. And, yeah, that's pretty much the plan for next time. And then obviously the day after will be, most of what's left? I'm not actually sure. We'll find out when we get there. So anyway, thank you all for watching. And I'll see you all next time.